is in the East with a 10.5 game lead over the Pack. And their big thing now is to try to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, including the World Series, should they get to that point. And, of course, they're very, very capable of that. And that's why it's important. You want that home field advantage. The All-Star game no longer has any bearing on the home field advantage. It's all about who has the best record, and this is obviously a big home field advantage for New York. The umpires today, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond to the Yankees' meltdown yesterday. Phil Cuzzi, the home plate ump, he kicked C.C. Sabathia out of the game yesterday. Tom Halley and the crew chief at first, Todd Tishner at second, Ben May at third, and C.C. Sabathia off the disabled list to start today against Frankie Lindor. The wind and today's first pitch is in there, a strike, and we're underway here in the Big Apple. Sabathia, now 39 years of age, 6'6", 300 pounds. The wind and the next pitch to Lindor, batting right-handed, swung on, grounded to short, on his knees with a backhand. Gregorius picks, throws in the dirt at first. Another great pick, this time by LeMahieu. And on both ends, at short and first, Frankie Lindor gets robbed. So great defense by the Yankees to start today's ballgame. And C.C. Sabathia needs that kind of defense. He is no longer the guy that came up with the Indians throwing in the mid to upper 90s. And he is a guy now that tries to get you to expand your strike zone and try to swing at pitches out of the zone. Fastball, he'll cut the fastball, curve, slider, changeup. Oscar Mercado in left field steps in. Sabathia in the middle of the rubber delivers. And Mercado takes a strike. CC listed at 6'6", 300 pounds, 39 years of age. Indians beat him earlier this season. Sabathia went 5 innings in Cleveland, gave up 4 runs and lost. Mercado takes inside 1-1. Mercado had 2 big doubles yesterday and said he feels like he's finally getting balanced again and taking that ball the other way, not trying to pull it so much. The 1-1 pitch, Mercado bangs it toward third, foul, and the count 1-2. The umpires today, as I mentioned, Phil Cuzzi, Tom Halley, and Todd Tishner and Ben May, the same 4 that were part of that Yankee meltdown yesterday. And C.C. Sabathia starting the game today wasn't even supposed to be in the dugout because he was still on the injured list. The 1-2 pitch, a swing by Mercado and a floater to right. It gets down for a bloop single. So again, Mercado going the other way, and he has a single. And that'll bring up Carlos Santana having a huge weekend. Be interesting to see what Major League Baseball does to Sabathia. You're on the injured list. You're not supposed to be in the dugout, much less be in the dugout, get thrown out of the game. 86 degrees, our game time temp, but we mentioned with the humidity, it feels like it's mid to upper 90s here today. Carlos Santana, 6 for 12, 6 RBIs this weekend. He's had a couple of home runs. Switch hitter batting right-handed, who's had really good numbers against Sabathia. The pitch, and he backdoored him and got the corner for a curveball strike. Santana batting .462 against C.C. Sabathia. On June 8th, Sabathia gave up 1 home run to the Indians, but he allowed 10, make that 7 hits against the Indians in the 5 innings he worked. That pitch down low, 1-1. And that's kind of Sabathia now. He's a 5-inning starter. This year, he's averaged 5 innings per start. He averages 8 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings, and he has really been hurt by the long ball. 24 homers allowed in 90 innings. That pitch way inside at the feet of Santana, and he falls forward onto the ground, and the count 2-1. Sabathia, a record of 5-6, a .478 ERA in his 17 starts in his final season in the major leagues. Sabathia came up a rookie with the Indians in 2001, and the runner-up that year to Ichiro Suzuki for Rookie of the Year. Now the pitch, runner goes. Pitch is low, throw to second, into center. Mercado, after the head-first slide, gets up and goes to third. That'll be a steal and a throwing error. So Mercado has his 10th stolen base, and then the throwing error by Sanchez, and the Indians have a chance now to do some early inning damage. Mercado with 10 steals ends up at third on the throwing error by Sanchez. And how about Gary Sanchez? 14 errors this year. Boy, that is a boatload for a catcher. Yankees come up at the corners. Middle infielders shifted to the left are back. The pitch, Santana fouls a curveball off, full count. You heard manager Terry Francona say in the pregame show that Sabathia very seldom now will throw fastballs to right-handed hitters. And if he does, he doesn't want to throw them for strikes, trying to get you to chase. Runner at third, infield, kind of in, kind of back. The pitch swung on a bouncing ball to third, charging, gloving it. Urshela throw to home, head first slide, got him. Tag made by Sanchez. Well, we mentioned the corner guys were up, and Mercado was going on contact on that slow chopper to third, and Urshela, a gold glove type third baseman, charged, gloved, threw on the run. Sanchez at home plate made the tag on the head first sliding Oscar Mercado. And the Indians failed to take advantage of an opportunity. On at first with the fielder's choice is Carlos Santana. Boy, when you get chances to score, especially in this park early, if you don't, you're probably in for a long afternoon. This is a Yankee team that you're just not going to be able to play catch-up baseball against them, not with their bullpen. So we'll see now if somebody can do damage with a two-out bomb. That somebody is Yasiel Puig. Santana at first. But now there are 2 men out, no score. And Puig taking, it's in there, a strike. Sabathia has been on the disabled list 3 times this year. This last time it was with right knee inflammation for Sabathia. That's his front leg, his landing leg. And it's just something he's going to have to pitch with. Now the 0-1, swing and a foul back, 0-2. So Sabathia at age 39, the aches and pains have certainly been an issue. He was on the disabled list after having cardiac surgery. He was on the disabled list again for the knee a couple of times. So he has aged the way you should when you're 39. Now the 2-strike pitch. Checked on a high fastball, and that's what he tries to do. Get you to expand. That's one of the few fastballs a right-hander will see. It was only 90 miles an hour, but if you swing at it, you're out. It was up above the letters. You don't win 251 games without knowing what you're doing. And Sabathia is a wise veteran. The pitch, down low, ball 2-2-2. Terry Francona talked about it again. CC now, the reason he can win without the velocity he once had is his ability to manipulate the baseball. And by that, CC is able to sink it, cut it, change speeds on the breaking ball. And that's how he is still effective. Now, he won't go deep in games, but the Yankees with their bullpen don't need a lot of length. No score, first inning, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball up around the letters. And Puig and the Indians are scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first. And a guy that's never pitched well against New York, Mike Clevinger, on the hill today. Clevinger's first appearance against New York this season. Now, he has only had 3 career outings, so you can't really read too much into that. But Clevinger's 0-1 against New York with a 5.65 ERA. DJ LeMahieu will lead it off. Right-handed hitter at first today. Righty-righty matchup, and Clevinger pumps one in there low, ball 1. Clevinger, 6'4", 215, 28 years of age. Fastball in the upper 90s, curve, slider, changeup. He works first base side of the rubber, the pitch. Curveball waved at, 1-1. Mike Clevinger having a really good year now that he's healthy. Missed almost 2.5 months with that upper back shoulder injury. The pitch, fastball zings it in there at 95 for a strike, 1-2. But now that he's healthy, in 12 starts, Mike Clevenger 7-2 with a 3.34 ERA, 6 innings per start, 13 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings. He delivers, and it's wow. No idea. Roberto Perez wanted to throw to third. And he goes to Phil Cuzzy, "You didn't call that a strike?" He came up to throw to third and stopped, and then turned back and looked at Phil Cuzzy and said, "That was not a strike?" Now the windup. Now the 2-2. In the dirt, full count. Wonder if Brett Gardner's got the bat pounding on the Yankee dugout roof again because Mike Clevenger got a bad call. Righty matchup. Clevenger kicks, fires, and it's swung on and missed, so he strikes out LeMahieu twice. And there's one down here in inning number 1. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has really been scuffling, but you know how quickly he can break out of that and win games by himself. Oscar Mercado again in left. Greg Allen in center. Yasiel Puig in right. Carlos Santana at first. Jason Kipnis at second. Frankie Lindor at short. Mike Freeman at third. And Roberto Perez behind the plate. Again, righty-righty matchup. The pitch. Fastball. Strike 1 called. In the last 22 games, Aaron Judge is hitting a .169. 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Judge loves to drive the ball to right and right center. He is a behemoth of a man. The pitch, and he fouls it off to the right, 0-2. 6'7", 280, not an ounce of fat on him. Aaron Judge played collegiately with the Indians' injured outfielder, Jordan Luplow. They were teammates at Fresno State, both in the big leagues now. Judge on the year, remember, he missed 2 months with an oblique injury. So take that into account. 262 batting mark, 12 homers, 32 ribbies. But boy, over the last 3+ weeks, he has really gone into a funk. Clevenger, as always, tiptoeing back and forth on his feet on the mound, delivers. And a breaking ball, strike 3 called. Wow. That looked outside. And Judge not happy. Now, Phil Cuzzy, they always say umpires don't carry over grudges from one outing to the next, but they also are human beings. I would be shocked, especially with the way Sabathia acted yesterday, and Cuzzy kicked him out. Does he get any close calls? Now, umpires will tell you, hey, we're professional. We're not going to mess with you because we were mad the day before. No score for Didi Gregorius. First pitch strike. But the Yankees aren't going to buy that.
And he might have a little less patience if the Yankees start chirping early. A lot less patience.
Even the Indians, players, coaches were shaking their head today going, what was that all about? The 0-1 swung on, fouled upstairs, 0-2. It just seemed like a complete overreaction by the Yankees, a ball club that was winning the game at the time. And it was pretty embarrassing, actually. More than one person said George Steinbrenner would not have been very happy with some of those guys, the way they acted. That pitch down and away, fastball, 1-2 the count. It's amazing. He's been gone a long time, but the boss's legacy and reputation and what he meant here certainly carries on. No score, first inning, 2 outs, nobody on the pitch. And it's wide, ball 2, 2-2.
Well, it was interesting yesterday, post-game, not a whole lot of remorse from Aaron Boone, but a little softer tone this morning. He said, maybe we should have done a better job at keeping things in control. Understatement of the year right there.
Well, he was at the forefront.
Uh-huh.
Now the windup. Now the 2-2 pitch to the Yankee shortstop. and a check swing and a breaking ball low, full count. Gregorius, another guy that missed over 2 months because he was rehabbing in April and May and into June, recovering from the Tommy John surgery on his right elbow last fall. Gregorius hitting .265, 3 home runs against the Indians this year, 11 on the year. He has 38 RBIs. Indians put 3 on the right side of the infield, the pitch, and he checks and it's low and he draws the walk. So Clevenger will work out of the stretch to Giovanni Urshela with 2 outs, no score. Who would have ever thunk it? Giovanni Urshela hitting cleanup, much less hitting cleanup in the best lineup in baseball. The Yankees lead the American League in runs scored as they are averaging 6 runs a game. And Giovanni Urshela is now the cleanup hitter. That's how good he's been going. Right-handed hitting, third baseman. He bats with 2 down, a runner on. Here's the set in the scoreless first and the pitch. And it's a check swing strike called. Giovanni was saying the biggest thing for him is he's really generating power from his legs. He was a guy that before pretty much swung at everything, but wasn't really using his legs. That's where your power comes from the waist down. Now the set, now the 0-1. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. In the last 13 games, Giovanni Urshela is hitting .472. 7 homers, 17 RBIs in a 13-game stretch. And his best friend is still wearing number 12 for the Indians. Now the 2-strike pitch, and before it's made, a throw to first, back with a dive, Gregorius. The Yankees lead the league in runs scored, 6. They're third in the league in batting average, second only to the Twins in home runs. They walk the third most times of any team in the league. And it's a deep lineup, injuries or not. Now the 2-strike pitch, way outside, a breaking ball, backhanded in the dirt by Perez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quiet Sunday. It's hot, it's humid, and there will be a lot of pink bodies leaving Yankee Stadium at some point today. No score, Tribe and Yankees wrapping it up. Indians have their first off day in 3 weeks tomorrow. Then 3 games with the Mets starting Tuesday night. Now the 1-2. In tight, a curveball, and the count 2-2. To get your best deal on any new or used car, go to Sunnyside Toyota in North Olmsted or check out all of their inventory and their current specials. They're online at sunnysidetoyota.com. Clevenger's hanging some curveballs here in the first inning, and that needs to change because this lineup, they don't miss hanging curveballs. Now the 2-2. Target away and a slider away, and Urshela didn't chase. Ball 3, full count. So 2 quick strikeouts, now 2 walks, and Clevenger's had 20 pitches. That's what the Yankee lineup does to you. They get into your bullpen, and the Indians' bullpen has done a fine job, but it's not the Yankees' bullpen. That's why playing this Yankee club, boy, you better have the lead after 5 innings. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball. So kind of like a Little League inning. 3 strikeouts and a walk. Nobody else got to touch the baseball. Indians, Yankees. Franmil Reyes is hitting 5th today in DHing. The right-handed slugger facing C.C. Sabathia. 2nd inning, no score. The wind and the pitch, and it's inside, ball 1. Go to MyPillow.com. Click the radio listener special tab. Use the promo code TRIBE. Get a special offer. MyPillow.com. Promo code TRIBE. Sabathia, the wind and the pitch to Reyes. And it's high, ball 2. Reyes, 2 for 13, playing in front of all kinds of family and friends that have moved from the Dominican to either New York or New Jersey. Now the 2-0 pitch. And he drives one to left. Down the line, it's hooking foul. Sounded like he broke his bat. 2 balls and a strike on Reyes, and he did. Reyes hitting .239, 29 bombs, 53 RBIs. Now he has scuffled with the Indians, batting .150. Indians just want him to take a deep breath, relax. Here comes catcher Roberto Perez. Oh, picked up either a splinter of the bat or something that was laying near the home plate area. Now the 2-1. Swing and a foul over the screen behind the plate, 2-2. Yankee Stadium seats almost 50,000. 3 decks in essence. The upper deck does have a bit of a separation from one tier to the other. And the decks curl around each foul pole, about 35 feet in left and 60 feet in right. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball toward third by the diving Urshela into left. Urshela, when he dives towards second and doesn't get the ball, that's a legitimate hit because he's so good at third. So Franmil Reyes has the Indians' second hit and a leadoff single here in the second. Plenty of bleacher seats here. That's always been a big deal in right center and left center. And this ballpark opened up 10 years ago. The Indians opened it up. So that'll bring up catcher Roberto Perez. Roberto Perez hitting .228, 20 bombs, 48 RBIs. 7th Indians catcher in franchise history to have 20 homers in a season. Now the pitch. It's high, ball 1. The Indians christened this brand new ballpark 10 years ago by bombing the Yankees 10-2 and beating up this guy on the mound, CC Sabathia. Here's the set. Sabathia look at first. The 1-0. High, and it's called a strike, 1-1. That Indians lineup. Grady Sizemore was leading off in center. Mark DeRosa hit second, playing third. Victor Martinez batted third, playing first. Johnny Peralta at short was the cleanup hitter. Shin-Soo Choo batted sixth, the DH. The pitch, swing and a miss, chased one in. 1-2. Ben Francisco. He batted sixth and right. Kelly Shopik was the catcher, batting seventh. Tony Graffinino batted eighth, playing second. And Trevor Crow played in left field. And Cliff Lee outpitched CC Sabathia 10 years ago. The pitch, swung on, bounced up the middle behind second by the diving Torres. Base hit center field. Boy, 2 base hits that just got by diving attempts. Torres, the second baseman, on a ball up the middle, ranging to his right, diving, couldn't get it. And the Indians have 2 men aboard with nobody out, and Jason Kipnis, the hitter. He's never had much success against Sabathia, batting .190 lifetime. Yankee lineup featured Derek Jeter, Johnny Damon, Mark Teixeira, Nick Swisher, Jorge Posada, Robinson Cano, Hideki Matsui, Cody Ransom, Brett Gardner, and of course CC Sabathia. April 16th, 2009, first game here at the new Yankee Stadium. Tribe winning it 10-2. Now the pitch. Kipnis wants to bunt, lays it down third base side and a beauty. Urshela will throw to first. Good sack bunt by Kipnis. And moving to third is Reyes, and Perez to second on the sack bunt. And now Greg Allen, the batter. This is not a park you see a lot of sack bunting, but in this case, Kipnis, who struggled against Sabathia, gets those runners over. Now the Indians have to get him in. They had a runner at third, 1 out in the first, and couldn't score. Now they've got Reyes at third, Perez at second, 1 out in the second inning, no score. Greg Allen, 4 hits, 4 RBIs Thursday night. The pitch. He bounces one towards short. Charging at Torres. He'll throw on the run to the plate. Sliding feet first. Reyes is in. Throw was high. And it was a leaping grab by the catcher Sanchez. And Reyes, feet first slide, got underneath that throw and tag, and the Indians have a 1-0 lead. Well, the shortstop, Gregorius, was playing back. That was a gamble on his part because it was a slow chopper that he had to charge and make that running off-balance throw to the plate, and he threw it high. And now the Indians lead 1-0. You give Greg Allen RBI number 23 on the fielder's choice as Reyes scored. Roberto Perez stayed at second. Here's Mike Freeman hitting ninth. Yankees up at the corners. Freeman takes inside a ball. Freeman, left-handed hitter at third today, as Jose Ramirez getting a day off. Terry Francona said it is so difficult not to have him in the lineup the way he is swinging it, but he goes, I need to keep him strong for the rest of the season, and really gets 2 days off now with tomorrow's scheduled day off. Freeman cuts and misses at a breaking ball, 1-1. And Tito said on the pregame show, you start waiting until September to give guys days off, impact is gone. They're dead and probably run into the ground by then.
And how often have we seen it, the players who fill in on that temporary basis today to give Ramirez the day off come through. So we'll see what happens with Freeman today.
Now the 1-1. A swing and a long drive. Deep right center field. Gone! Mike Freeman! A 3-run bomb to right center. You called it, Rosie. Karnak the Magnificent. And the Indians have a 4-0 lead. And Mike Freeman has his 4th home run of the year. Left on left. And Jose Ramirez in the dugout saying, I couldn't have done it better. Mike Freeman teed off. And the ball jumped out of here to right center and into the Yankee bullpen. 4-0 Indians, a 4-run second. Wow. You going to buy a lottery ticket? Here's Frankie Lindor batting right-handed. He takes a backdoor curve for a strike.
I'm going to play the horses later. You want to go?
Are you riding them? You might as well, based on that. That pitch inside. Look at Rosie. I wonder why he's sitting backwards on that pony.
Oh, man.
A good call. And this has been an ongoing theme this year. The 1-1. Swing and a weak chopper to short. It'll be charged by Gregorius. Off-balance throw to get Lindor. 2 down. And that's why the Indians are in this position. And as Terry Francona said, if you don't play your bench guys and give regulars days off, no matter how tough it is, then why do you have them?
And you got to love Mike Freeman's outlook. That was gravy right there. He goes into a game saying, at the very least, I'm giving Jose Ramirez a chance to take a break, and that will make him a better player later on. Now, if he can come through in those situations, obviously it's that much better. But he doesn't set real high expectations going in. I'm sure he has them, but just wants to give a player a day off and have the manager feel confident in it.
4-0 Indians, 2 down. Oscar Mercado rips it back foul. Well, and that makes the reserves also feel like they're such a big part of the team. You talk about why this club has great chemistry and unity. That's part of it right there. Mercado, bloop single to right his first time. Sabathia's pitch in the dirt, 1-1. I think Sabathia is still shell-shocked that it was Mike Freeman that took him to the bullpen in right center. And again, that's 25 home runs allowed by Sabathia in 92 innings. That is a boatload. 4-0 Indians, second inning. The pitch. And a backdoor curve stayed outside, 2-1.
And the Yankees should know about Freeman. He took Adam Ottavino deep at Progressive Field earlier this season. They were surprised at that. That was a key blow in a close game.
Now the wind, now the 2-1. High, ball 3, 3-1. Now this is the one Yankee concern. Luis Severino's been out all year. They don't know if he'll come back. They're talking about, boy, if we could just get him ready to go 4 innings in October. It's like, huh? 3-1 pitch. High, and he walked him. So you're going to count on a guy who was your ace to maybe not pitch in the regular season or pitch a couple of times to be counted on in the playoffs, that could be dicey. And if there is a concern with the Yankees, it is the kind of starting pitching they've been getting. Sabathia, it's his last year, and he's pitching like he's 39. Masahiro Tanaka has been very good lately. But J-Happ hasn't been what they thought. The pitch, high, ball one to Carlos Santana, batting right-handed. James Paxton, he gets a win yesterday, but gave up 4 runs in 5 innings. So the Yankees, they just need somebody to keep them in a playoff game for 4 or 5 innings. And now Gary Sanchez is going at it with home plate umpire Phil Cuzzi. And here we go again. Is this any call the Yankees don't get, they're chirping about? They're too good a ball club to belittle themselves like this. Here's the 1-0. Down low 2-0. What's going to happen? Pretty soon the umpires will say around baseball, oh yeah? You thought you were getting shortchanged? Watch this.
Well, there's no question yesterday, because of prior incidents with Gardner smacking the dugout with his bat.
The pitch, runner goes. Santana takes outside. Throw by Sanchez way late. Great jump. And Mercado has his second stolen base here in the first 2 innings. And the Indians have a runner in scoring position. A 3-0 count on Santana. A 4-0 Indians lead.
I think Phil Cuzzi went over there yesterday knowing that he's been doing that. That gets around. Said, look, we're not going to take that anymore. You've been doing it to other umpires. And they tossed him.
Sabathia knows Santana will swing here if he gets a pitch to his liking. Santana 0 for 1. The 3-0 pitch. Inside off the glove of Sanchez. Mercado should have gone to third. That ball went 20 feet behind the plate, but Mercado couldn't see it. And Santana draws the second consecutive walk. Here is pitching coach Larry Rothschild. And again, the Yankees have an incredible bullpen, even without Dellin Betances. But you also can't keep going to it game in and game out as early as they have to. It's one thing in the playoffs, and you can get away with it, as the Yankees' bullpen is so good that they're made for October. But you can't keep doing it day in and day out in a 6-month regular season without it having an impact on the bullpen. And now Phil Cuzzi's heading to the mound. See if pitching coach Larry Rothschild has anything to say. He's chirping at him a little bit. Cuzzi just walks away. And the Indians lead 4-0 here in the second. They've got runners at first and second. Still 2 down, and the 9th man to hit in the inning is Yasiel Puig. And Puig struck out the first time he faced Sabathia. Boy, I'll tell you what, if Puig gets into one here, we've got a Thursday night deja vu. The pitch. Up and in. Throw back to second. Head first slide. Mercado's in safe. Ball kicks away from Torres, the second baseman, to the shortstop, Gregorius. Gary Sanchez is a tremendous hitting catcher. But everything else behind the plate is subpar. He's throwing out 20% of the base runners. At times, it looks like he's breaking in a new glove, the amount of balls that get away from him. At times, he gets lazy behind the plate. Now Puig awaiting the 1-0 pitch from Sabathia. Here it comes. High heat. Boy, is CC all over the map now. 2-0. And Sabathia has made 28 pitches here in the second inning. And at age 39, on a day where the heat index is in the upper 90s, he could wear out here in a hurry. And he's one mistake away from the Indians blowing this thing open. The pitch. High ball 3-0. On deck is Franmil Reyes. Well, and again, all Indians hitters have the green light 3-0. They don't even need to look down to the third base coach. Mercado's at second. Santana's at first, both with 2 out walks. The Indians have already scored 4 this inning. and lead 4-0 with 2 down in the top of the second. Sabathia's pitch. And Puig takes ball 4. It's high. That's 3 straight walks. And the Yankees get the left-hander up in their bullpen. And that is Nestor Cortez Jr. And can Franmil Reyes deliver the knockout punch? He started this inning with a single to left and scored. Remember, this inning started with back-to-back Indian singles that just did elude diving infielders. Bases loaded, the pitch. And he got it in there. Backdoor breaking ball. When in doubt, that's what CC goes to. That and a lot of cutters. You'll see change-ups. Indians have loaded them up. They lead 4-0, 2 down in the second. The pitch now to Reyes. Inside, he almost hit him with a cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, what Franmil Reyes wants to do is take the Yankee crowd and the Yankee bullpen out of the equation with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. So Sabathia knows this game hinges on 1 pitch. He gets out of it here with this Yankee lineup. It's only the second inning. 4 runs is no big thing for the Yankees to overcome. Now the set. Now the 1-2 to Reyes. In the dirt. Nice block by Sanchez. 2-2. Thought we might see him try to go high with the heater and see if Reyes would chase it. He still might. Indians all over the joint. All of this after 4 runs had scored and there were 2 outs and nobody on. 3 consecutive walks and a 2-2 count on Reyes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. High heat. Got him. So Sabathia keeps the Yankees.
Can now be heard on 106.9 FM.
The Indians have the lead by a score of 4-0 as it's the bottom half of inning number 2, and Mike Clevenger will face Gary Sanchez, Brett Gardner, and Gleyber Torres. Righty-righty matchup. Let's see now Clevenger, who struck out the side and walked a batter in the first. See how he does here in the second with a 4-0 lead. Clevenger has not lost a game since Baltimore hammered him back on June 28th. In that time, Mike Clevenger has gone 6-0 with a 2.39 ERA in July and August. The wind and pitch, and it's in there called strike on Sanchez. Mike Clevenger, his fastball has the highest swing and miss rate outside of Houston's Garrett Cole. The pitch, breaking ball and a beauty, 0-2. 33% of the time when Mike Clevenger throws that fastball, he gets a swing and a miss. Now Sanchez awaits the 0-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball got him swinging. So Clevenger has struck out 4. That'll bring up Brett Gardner. Yeah, and I want to get off the ump thing here because everybody complains about umpires. It's just the nature of the beast. Everybody can say they didn't get this call, that call. Brett Gardner now saying something to Phil Cuzzy like, hey, I'm sorry. Phil Cuzzy's saying, well, then don't act like you're 3 years old like you did yesterday. Pretty easy to apologize to the umpire when he's the home plate umpire and you don't want him to kill you. The pitch, and it's outside a ball. Look, these umpires, they're the best in the business. They make mistakes. We get it. But the Yankees, here is the wind and the 1-0. in their strike. It almost is like it's starting to get in their heads a little bit. And this is a Yankee club that's 83-42.
Yesterday was not the first time this season that's happened, and it's all been within the last 2.5 weeks.
I don't get it. The 1-1. That is low, 2-1. They're too good a team to resort to this.
Well, be interesting to see what transpires here. They have a West Coast swing coming up. Does it die down a little bit, and they just get back to playing baseball?
Well, does baseball do something about it? Now the 2-1. Low, 3-1. You can't have what happened yesterday, and Brett Gardner wrecking dugout roofs and almost having a palace coup, it looked like, with the umpires and the Yankees. And guys not even eligible to be in the dugout getting thrown out. Now the wind end, 3-1 to Gardner. He waves at it. Full count. That was 94 miles an hour.
That's the big one, I think. What do you do with CC Sabathia? Do you let that slide?
You can't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then, what are you saying to every other team in the game? Now the payoff pitch. Swung on, chopped toward third. Fair ball right over the bag. Down the line toward the corner. And Gardner bounces one the other way for his 21st double. Good piece of hitting. So he has a one-out double. So the Yankees, trailing the Indians 4-0, have a one-out double. It's a big inning for Clevenger. From the standpoint, you got to try to wrestle the momentum away from New York and keep them from scoring this inning. Gleyber Torres has homered 3 times this weekend. He has a career-high 29 home runs. The right-handed hitting shortstop, a .284 batting average, 29 bombs, 73 RBIs. Came from the Cubs in the Aroldis Chapman trade 3 years ago. Wow. Now the set, now the pitch. Breaking ball, low and away, ball 1. Torres is 22 years old. He's the youngest player in Major League history to have 7 multi-homer games in one season. He got number 7 yesterday. The pitch. And it's in there, a called strike. Dropped a curveball in there. You heard Terry Francona talk about how do you pitch to this club with all this right-handed power the other way, and he said you have got to keep them honest. You must work inside and not allow them to just drive the ball the other way. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Clevenger. Checked on a breaking ball, down and away, 2-1. Hey, congratulations to the pride of Euclid, Stipe Miocic. He's the heavyweight champ once again in the UFC, as he was the winner over the champ last night. So, second time he's been the heavyweight champ. So, congrats to Stipe Miocic. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That looked like a little bit of a hanger that Clevenger got away with, 2-2. And the title is back in Northeast Ohio, and everyone says that knows him or has come across him. He is just an incredible guy, self-made, fireman there for how many years? And Stipe Miocic is the champ once again. Here's the set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a foul upstairs, still 2-2. I didn't realize how big he is. He's 6'4", 220. And the way those guys wail at each other, how do they get out of bed today?
I don't think they do. But you know what's interesting? It seems like when someone loses a title, they're done. They don't come back. But that's impressive for him to lose the title and then come and get it back.
The pride of Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, Euclid. Now the 2-2 pitch. And he dropped a curveball low, full count. And Stipe is a huge Cleveland sports fan growing up in Cleveland, in Euclid, and a champion for the second time in the heavyweight division of the UFC. And can't believe Brian Motze's even at work today, because he and Stephanie Hagel are the presidents of the Stipe fan club. They partied to the wee hours of the morning. The payoff pitch. Breaking ball hit foul, third base side, still full count. In fact, they figured Stipe wouldn't have enough energy to go out and celebrate, so they made sure they celebrated for him. And I think that's very giving on the part of Stephanie and Brian.
If we had a home game today, we might not be on the air. Or at least without Stephanie.
Good thing we have Paul here in the booth. He has to keep calling Brian occasionally. Hey, Motzi, it's Sunday. Here's the set. Here's the payoff pitch. Breaking ball got him swinging. Boy, Clevenger's got a good one today. 5 strikeouts for Clevenger. Every out has been a strikeout. Now the DH, Mike Ford, left-handed batter. Ford batting .167, 4 homers, 8 RBIs, was a pitcher and position player at Princeton. Here is the set by Clevenger and the pitch to Mike Ford. A swing and a foul upstairs behind the plate, strike one. I believe Stipe was a volunteer fireman in Euclid. Is that correct, Brian? Excuse me? Oh, in Valley View. Okay. But in the Cleveland area, he'd been a longtime volunteer fireman. When he was around, they didn't use the ladder. He just threw the firemen up to the top of the building if they needed to get up there. That pitch swung on and missed. Good changeup. 0-2, so there were a lot of advantages having Stipe on your fire truck.
He'd catch him coming down.
Yep.
Just
Don't
go
worry,
ahead.
guys.
Jump. I'll catch you.
It's Mr. Stipe when you meet him in person. Congratulations. That's phenomenal. Here's the set by Clevenger and the 0-2 pitch. Way high, 1-2. Let's pause for station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Indians Radio Network.
News updates at the top and bottom of the hour. When you need to know on Twitter. And breaking news when it happens. This is News Radio WTAM 1100. Cleveland.
Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Paul Schrager, and Brian Motze with you from the Big Apple. Tribe 4, Yankees nothing, second inning, the pitch. And it's a little bit low, 2-2. Clevenger thought the inning was over. Yankees' best record in baseball, a game better than the Dodgers at 83-42. How about the Yankees? The last 3 weeks, they have gone 16-3. Now the 2-2 from Clevenger to Ford. Breaking ball by his back foot. Yankees have a big West Coast trip coming up. They'll leave after the game, and New York will be going to Oakland, then to Dodger Stadium. How about that weekend series? Next weekend, and then Seattle. Who knows? That could be a preview of the Fall Classic. The payoff pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. So Clevenger walking the number 8 hitter who's batting .167. And now a much better hitter coming up in Mike Tauchman. But Clevenger is not going to have a very long day inning-wise if he can't start cutting down on the pitches. Clevenger has already made 44 pitches. We are in the bottom of the second. Indians with a 4-0 lead. Clevenger has struck out 5, but he's walked 2 in a lot of deep counts. And catcher Roberto Perez going out because this guy at the plate, Mike Tauchman, has been scuffling lately. But he has 12 homers, 42 RBIs. He's batting .290, a left-handed hitter. And you make a mistake here, and suddenly it's a one-run game, and the complexion changes just that quickly. So the conference is over. Gardner at second, Ford at first, 2 down in the Yankees second. Indians with a 4-0 lead. Indians baseball brought to you by Everstream, Cleveland's business fiber network. Ethernet, high-speed internet, dark fiber, data storage. Everstream with a solution for all your data needs. Everstream.net. Clevenger, he straightens, hands just below the chin, delivers. A swing and a foul back, good rip by Talkman. Now the Yankees, that 1 through 9 lineup, yeah, they've got a bunch of guys hurt, but everybody that's come up seemingly has played better than they've ever played in their career. It's like every fill-in player is having a career year for New York. So they haven't missed the guys that have been hurt that much, like a Giancarlo Stanton. Here is the set. And Clevenger's 0-1. And it's over but low. Clevenger again looking in, didn't get that call on a changeup. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. The other thing the Yankees are the best at in the game, hitting when it counts. They are batting .304 with men in scoring position. Gardner in scoring position right now with 2 down. 4-0 Indians. Talkman looks at a strike. 1-2 the count. Some ominous storm-type clouds, at least that's what they look like, starting to surround Yankee Stadium. 4-0 Indians, 2 out, 2 on. Second inning, the pitch. Swung on line to deep right. Puig is going back. Jumps, makes the catch on the track as he was sprinting back. Oh, be still my beating heart. Indians fans.
1100.
Perez, Kipnis, Allen, 6, 7, and 8 in the Indians lineup. Third inning, 4-0 Indians. Boy, big for Clevenger to get out of the inning unscathed. And now for the Yankees, CC missing high for ball 1. This is a critical inning for him. I mean, he made 35 pitches in the second inning. The wind-in pitch to Perez, who checks and takes a breaking ball strike. Perez had a single. Indians sent 10 to the plate in the second. Big blow, a 3-run homer to right center by Mike Freeman as Jose Ramirez gets the day off. The 1-1. Sabathia misses in 2-1. Tiffany Warner from Geneva. Today's Ford Mustang convertible Liberty Ford Grand Slam giveaway contestant. The Indians with a grand slam this inning. Tiffany'd be a winner. Perez laid off. It's a strike. He thought it was high, 2-2, and Perez just kind of swings the bat one-handed in disgust. LibertyFord.com will give away the Ford Mustang convertible if the Indians hit a grand slam here in the third for Tiffany Warner of Geneva. Now the wind and 2-2. Swung on, chopped foul, third base side. Will do it again at 2-2. Nestor Cortez Jr. is warming up for the second inning in a row, and on a day like today, it won't take much to get loose. Sabathia has walked 3, has struck out 2. None of the walks came back to haunt him last inning. The lefty's pitch. Backdoored him, strike 3 called. Perez goes, really? So third strikeout for Sabathia. 1 down here in inning number 3. Kipnis sack bunt his first time up. Sabathia has been so much better here than he has been on the road in his career, and this year's no exception. He has a .260 earned run average here in Yankee Stadium. .260 on the road, .695. Kipnis taking, it's high, ball 1. 3 on the right side of the Yankee infield. Now Sabathia not happy with that call, so it's back and forth. Nobody seems thrilled on either side with Phil Cuzzy. Here's the wind. Here's the 1-0. Kipnis foul tips it, and they count 1-1. That got a piece of Gary Sanchez, the catcher, who's slow to get up. Sabathia, you would think, would get into baseball's Hall of Fame. I mean, for one, this guy is, this year, completing his 19th Major League season. He has become one of just a handful to do what he has done, and that is 250 wins and 3,000 strikeouts. Now the 1-1 pitch, and it's on the corner on the outside edge, called strike. Kipnis not convinced. The count 1-2. Sabathia, with 251 wins, 106 of those came with the Tribe. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, breaking ball away, got him. Fourth strikeout, 2 down in the third. Sabathia won his only Cy Young with the Indians, 2007. He is just the 14th pitcher in the history of this game to get both 250 wins and 3,000 strikeouts. So you would think that alone gets you into Cooperstown. Here's Greg Allen, switch hitter, batting right-handed. Fielder's choice RBI his first time. And he swings through it, strike one. Sunshine is gone. Ominous cloud cover. Well, when it's this hot and humid, storms can pop up at any time. 4-0 Indians, third inning. The pitch. Down low, 1-1. It was interesting, Rosie. One of the Yankee people said they wonder if Sabathia will be on their postseason roster. Here's the 1-1. Checked on a pitch in, 2-1. Can you imagine that?
I think it's a legitimate question if Severino comes back. But that seems like a huge if in capital letters. But, yeah, I mean, he's been struggling a lot of the season.
The 2-1. Check swing. He went 2-2. Allen said, no, I didn't. Phil Cuzzy says, yes, you did.
As you mentioned that knee injury, that's not going away. It's more just pain management at this point for CC.
2 down, bases empty. Tribe up 4-0, third inning. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Just did stay alive. Or did he? No, he missed it. Ball picked up. Sanchez tagged.
WTAM 1100.
Mike Clevenger working with a 4-0 lead. Top of the order for the Yanks in the bottom of the third. DJ LeMahieu struck out his first time up. Clevenger has struck out 5 and walked 2 in 2 innings of work, but he's had to make 48 pitches. The Indians, 2.5 games in back of the Twins, and the Indians finally get a day off tomorrow after playing almost 3 consecutive weeks. LeMahieu looks at a strike. This 20-game stretch that was so daunting when it started with Houston and included all playoff/winning teams. The 0-1 inside a ball, 1-1. If the Indians could hold on to this lead, they would finish 12-8. And that would be incredible considering the level of competition. Now the pitch, down and in a ball, 2-1 the count. The pitch, swing and a foul off to the right, out of play, 2-2.
Well, and you look at that stretch, and a key part of it, a couple of rookie pitchers in that rotation each time through. At a point in time in the season when some rookies wear down, they're pitching in the biggest games there are.
And pitching well. The 2-2, up and in, full count. Corey Kluber is pitching today for the Columbus Clippers. He is pitching in Charlotte and could be his final tune-up. but that is yet to be determined. And Carlos Carrasco will pitch in relief tomorrow night for the Akron Arrows. Clevenger, the wind, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Hard stuff got him. Boy, his fastball's got some giddy up. 96 miles an hour on that. Clevenger gets LeMahieu a second time and has struck out 6 so far. That'll bring to the plate Aaron Judge. He got called out on strikes his first time up. The Clippers game tonight in Charlotte is at 5:05. The pitch, Judge rips it back up the middle and almost got Clevenger. Base hit to center for Aaron Judge, who had been hitting 169 over the last 22 games. Hey, Sugardale Dollar Dogs. When the Indians take on the Royals Friday night, then fireworks thanks to Kia. Tickets at Indians.com or use the ballpark app. Yanks have a one-out base runner. Indians have a 4-0 lead, third inning. Didi Gregorius walked his first time up. 3:14 down the right field line. Some feel it's shorter, especially guys that are standing on the pitching slab. 385 to right center, 408 to dead center. Clevenger's pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 399 to left center, 318 down the left field line. But again, a lot of folks would love to take some kind of measuring device and see really what the dimensions are. The park plays a lot smaller than those dimensions. It's a great hitter's park and a great home run launching pad. The 0-1 checking, and the pitch is low, 1-1. And the Yankees just don't hit home runs here, my goodness. Not with these guys. But the Yankees have 117 homers at home, 109 on the road. Now the 1-1-2 Gregorius, low, 2-1. Yankee pitchers have also given up 98 home runs in this building. Mentioned it yesterday. I mean, the Yankees have hit 226 homers, but they've allowed 202. I think that is more shocking than the number the Yankees have hit. Now the 2-1 pitch to the Yankee shortstop. Swings and sends a fly to left, not deep. Mercado's there, and Gregorius out number 2. I don't know. That's why October's so much fun. I still think, Rosie, if you talk to a majority of baseball people, they still feel that Houston's the best all-around team in the American League because of their rotation and bullpen and obviously offense.
And it is interesting because it seems like in the postseason in recent years, bullpens have become such a huge part of it. But, boy, you still like to have that good starting pitching, and the Astros certainly have that.
Here's Gio Urshela, struck out his first time, 4-0 Indians. He fouls it upstairs, strike one. Now, would anybody be surprised if the Yankees made the World Series? Not at all. But as we've seen in October, boy, what looks like a sure thing in August turns topsy-turvy come October. Whoever saw the Indians getting to the Fall Classic in 16 with all the injuries? The pitch. Swing and a ground ball base hit between third and short into left. Well, that time, Clevenger hung a curveball and didn't get away with it. And Urshela bangs a single to left. Judge will stop at second. Here's Gary Sanchez, 2 out, 2 on. 4-0 Indians. Sanchez struck out his first time up. I think most people look at the National League and go, well, who's stopping the Dodgers?
Yes.
I don't know that anyone looks at the American League and says that.
The American League postseason before the World Series could be as entertaining as it's been in a long time. There are some really good teams getting ready for the postseason.
2 out, 2 on. Gary Sanchez, the batter. Indians lead 4-0 in the third. The pitch. Breaking ball dips low. And if Corey Kluber gets back, being Corey Kluber, and Carlos Carrasco gives you that power arm in the bullpen, nobody's going to want to face the Indians with their starting rotation and how they have fortified their lineup. So, and who wants to face the Minnesota lineup?
Yeah.
Now, Twins have obvious questions. I mean, Jose Barrios got rocked again last night. Twins won. The Twins pitching right now seems to be really, really iffy, especially when you look ahead to October.
I think we saw it in the 4 games up in Minneapolis. The bullpen all year has been a question mark, and that doesn't seem to be settling down.
And it's hard to just slug your way in October. But if anybody could, it'd be that lineup. Here it's 4-0 Tribe. Yankees batting. First and second occupied, 2 down. 1-0 count on Sanchez. Clevenger's ready and delivers. And a curveball strike, 1-1.
You mentioned the Dodgers. Could they face what the Indians did a year ago, where they just haven't had a big series all year?
No.
Now, that's a really good team, though. We'll see. A lot of depth, too.
Hard to imagine Cody Bellinger isn't the National League's most valuable player. As good as Christian Yelich has been, Dodgers are better than the Brewers. Clevenger leaning over at the waist, swinging that pitching arm back and forth between his legs as he gets the sign from Perez. He checks second and the 1-1. Breaking ball. Wow. Maybe low. Clevenger thought he had a strike. 2-1 the count. Boy, the Yankees are putting themselves in hitters' counts. Indians with a 4-0 lead, but that could change here in a hurry. The pitch. Curve inside, almost hit him. 3-1. On deck, Brett Gardner. Clevenger's just making too many pitches that are out of the zone. He's had 65 pitches, 36 strikes, 29 balls. He has 6 strikeouts, but he has 2 walks, and you keep pitching from behind to this lineup, you will pay a price. Now the 3-1, fastball, strike 2, full count. 95 miles an hour. So it's traveling time for Judge at second, Urshela at first. 4-0 Cleveland, third inning. Sanchez takes the helmet off, wipes the sweat away. Aaron Boone has Reggie Willits coaching at first, Phil Nevin coaching at third. Sanchez gets time from home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy. Sanchez saying, Phil, have I told you how great a job you're doing today with balls and strikes? Oh, I have? Okay. Now the set. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on, popped him up foul, back and out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. He went after him with the hard stuff. Off day tomorrow, finally. Indians and Mets start a 3-game series Tuesday night. And, of course, the Mets have really turned their season around. And the Mets right now are very much in the playoff hunt. They're like 2 games out in the wild card. And they've got that dominant pitching. Again, the payoff pitch with the runners going. A swing and a pop-up. This may stay in play near the Yankee dugout. And nope, souvenir time. 3 rows deep. Full count remains on Sanchez. Judge back to second, Urshela back to first. 2 down in the third, 4-0 Indians. Clevenger is at 68 pitches here in the third inning. 21 pitches in the first. 27 pitches in the second. He's made 20 more pitches here in the third. Good thing is the Indians' bullpen's in great shape, especially with an off day tomorrow. But the Indians need Clevenger out on the hill. Now the payoff pitch again. Swung on, whack to left, foul by inches. Would not have gotten out of the park. It was going to be extra bases. And we'll do it again at 3-2.
This is the second straight start for Clevenger where he's really had a hard time with pitch count. He was up over 100 and didn't make it through 5 against the Red Sox last time out. But it's maybe one of those stretches. He's been back for a while, hasn't really had a lull, but it's a battle every step of the way for him here today.
Critical here, Clevenger just doesn't give in. Sanchez having a tremendous at-bat. Again, the 3-2 offering. Swing and a miss. High heat got him. Clevenger wins the battle. He's made 70 pitches.
700.
Indians leading the Yankees by a score of 4-0 as we head to the 4th inning here in the Bronx. And the Yankees have gone to their bullpen. Nestor Cortes Jr., a lefty, has taken over for CC Sabathia. Sabathia able to last only 3 innings in his first start back off the DL. Made 67 pitches, allowed 4 runs on 4 hits with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. Mike Freeman, the first to face Cortes, and Cortes leaves a pitch outside and low, ball 1. Freeman with the big blow in this game, a 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. The pitch to him, swung on, foul back into the net. Freeman playing third base today, a rare day off for Jose Ramirez, who's been hot, but Terry Francona said, I've got to give him a day off today. He could use one, and then it's 2 days off because of the team off day tomorrow, as the 1-1 is on the inside corner, strike 2. And as he told Tom on the warm-up show, it's hard to do. You don't want to do it, but for his best interest long-term, it's the right move, and Freeman gets the start today and comes up big his first time up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3 on the inside corner. Freeman's caught looking. Cortes starts with a strikeout. So 1 down in the top half of the 4th inning. Again, Tribe leading at 4-0. Visit your Northern Ohio Buick and GMC dealers. They still have those exceptional offers on all 2019 models. Francisco Lindor steps in. 0 for 2 twice. He's bounced to short. First time up, leading off the game, Didi Gregorius made a great play. First pitch to Lindor is swung on and skied to deep right. Back on it, Aaron Judge at the wall. He leaps. Did he come down with it? It is a home run, Lindor. Judge did not make the catch despite his best efforts going above the wall and right. Lindor's home run makes it 5-0 Tribe. Number 21 for Francisco Lindor. Boy, shades of Game 3 in the 2017 ALDS when Judge went above the wall, taking a home run away in what turned out to be a Yankees win. That was a pivotal play. Not this time, though. He went up as high as he could. And, I mean, that ball was not beyond his glove by much. And now the umpire's conferring near the first baseline here. Phil Cuzzy, the home plate umpire, talking to the first base umpire and the crew chief, Tom Hallion. They're going to have a look at this. I wonder if they're talking about potential interference there as Judge went above the wall. He's tall enough, leaps high enough where he can get above that wall in right field fairly easily. And the ball got past him and into the stands. So we'll see what they find right here in New York, not far away from Replay Central. I mean, the kid who caught it, and he made a nice catch, he looked like he was behind the wall when he made that catch. And it is indeed a home run. The Yankees said, what the heck, let's take a look at it, but no overturn. That was a crew chief review. That was not a managerial challenge. Just the crew chief review to see if there was interference. Nice catch by the kid in the front row, but clearly behind the wall, and no interference. So 5-0 Tribe on the home run by Lindor. Here's Oscar Mercado. Good day going for him, and he takes a pitch down low, ball 1. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton at Yankee Stadium in New York. Great to have you with us today on this Sunday afternoon. The 1-0 fastball, strike called on the outside corner. 1-1 the count on Mercado. Paul Schrager, our on-site engineer here in the booth. Brian Motze back home at Command Center. Indians, 5 runs on 5 hits. New York, no runs, 3 hits and an error. Here's the pitch to Mercado. Swung on, line, foul down the left side. 1-2 to count. What a great weekend it's been for Oscar Mercado. His family flew in from the Tampa area. Mom, dad, and extended family too, some cousins. And they looked at this, a vacation in New York City. And we get to see our son Oscar play, and that's been the deal this weekend, and he is thrilled to have them here. The 1-2, outside, 2-2. He was saying before the game, he grew up a Yankee fan because he grew up 10 minutes from the Yankee spring training complex in Tampa. So a thrill to play here. The 2-2. Swung on, popped up, shallow center. Charging in Gardner. He dives, and he makes a tumbling catch. Oh, that's a great play by Brett Gardner, the center fielder. He takes a base hit away from Mercado, maybe a double the way Mercado was hustling. Fantastic play by Gardner, who's back in center field with some injuries to others, and made a fine play there. A tumbling grab coming straight in. Brings up Carlos Santana with 2 down, and the base is empty. Aaron Hicks has been on the injured list for a little while, and it's like he's getting closer to coming back. He had been the primary center fielder and was a highlight reel waiting to happen with some of his great catches this year. But Gardner has filled in admirably this weekend. Here's the pitch to Santana. Cortez leaves a fastball high and away. Power Home Solar is the official solar provider of the Indians. They're building a movement. Visit powerhome.com or text solar at 411-411. Next pitch on the outside corner for a strike to even the count. Power Home Solar, own your power. Santana, a fielder's choice and a walk. The 1-1, up and in, 2-1 the count. Facing the lefty, Cortez Jr., 5-0 on the season after 22 appearances, 4.41 the ERA. The 2-1, just missed outside, ball 3. Outfield plays it pretty much straight away on Santana. Infield, though, to pull. He's a switch hitter, right side, and they have 3 on the left side of the infield. Here's the pitch to him, and he pops it up. Shallow right, coming in, Judge. And Judge makes the catch in very shallow right field to reach coffee every Monday for just $1 during the Indian season. So sign up for DD Perks and show your fandom tomorrow and every Monday during the Tribe season. Brett Gardner leads things off, doubled his first time up. Indians leading 5-0, trying to salvage a split of what has been a wildly entertaining 4-game series. Lopsided when the Indians have won. Tight ball games, 1-run Yankees victories the last 2 days. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for strike 1 to Gardner. Gardner with a great catch in the top half of this inning in center, a tumbling grab coming in. And he was in the middle of all the brouhaha yesterday, ejected from the game. Here's the 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. Brett Gardner, longest tenured Yankee now. Really has had a fine career for New York. Mike Clevenger with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count on Gardner. Gleyber Torres is next, and then Mike Ford for New York in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Clevenger working from the windup. Here's his pitch. Up high for a ball. Gardner hit his 100th home run earlier this season. Just the 6th player drafted and developed by the Yankees to hit 100 home runs as a Yankee. As the next pitch is outside. So the at-bat continues for Gardner. The other 5, Jorge Posada, Derek Jeter, Don Mattingly, the late Thurman Munson, and Mike Pagliarulo. 3-2 the count on Gardner. Clevenger's into the windup, his pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yet another strikeout for Mike Clevenger, his 8th on the afternoon. And it comes leading off the bottom of the 4th inning. What a strikeout day for Clevenger. We'll make that our Ohio Cats strikeout of the game. Ohio Cats, your authorized Caterpillar equipment dealer. Check them out at ohiocat.com. They have all of your new, used, and rental equipment needs. Here's Gleyber Torres. He struck out his first time up. Just about everybody has at least once. And he takes a breaking pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. So a big strikeout day for Clevenger. Now the question will be, how far can he go in this game? A lot of pitches. Here's the 0-1. Swung on. There's a tapper slowly hit foul on that third base side. And it's 0-2. Clevenger's at 78 pitches right now, just getting going here in this 4th inning. A tall right-hander looks in. Here's his 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Gleyber Torres, another unhappy customer of home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy. That's 9 for Clevenger. Hey, Tribe Baseball's always live with MLB At Bat. You can follow the action with game tracking, live radio, stats, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. It's your #1 app for Indians baseball, and you can follow the Indians wherever you are. It doesn't matter. Distance away from Northeast Ohio. Here's Mike Ford. Ford takes a breaking ball inside for ball 1. He walked his first time up. 2 up, 2 down. 5-0 Tribe in front here in the 4th. Clevenger with the 1-0 to Ford. And that's a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. An interesting dynamic today in terms of the 1-1 first. That's a fastball. Strike 2 called. If indeed the Yankees grow frustrated with the strike zone, can they afford to be as vocal as they were yesterday? And here we go. Cuzzy is yelling into the Yankees dugout saying, zip it. That is enough. And end of argument for now. Well, there's your answer. Apparently, they're going to keep right at it and not take a lighter tone today after yesterday's 3 ejection game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside and low, 2-2. Hot day, humid. I don't see Cuzzy having a long fuse today. It might not take much more. Now the 2-2 pitch. Called, strike 3. Got him with a pitch that cut the plate in half. Ford must have thought it was low. The side is struck out in order, and we head to the 5th. 5 off day tomorrow. That series opening up Tuesday night at Citi Field. 5-0 Indians over the Yankees. Yasiel Puig leads it off, and he takes a pitch outside for ball 1 from Nestor Cortez Jr. The lefty came on last inning in relief of the starter, CC Sabathia. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, blasted foul and out of play off to the right. 1-1 the count. Another short outing for a Yankee starting pitcher, and it's been a wonderful season for New York. More wins than any other team in the major leagues, but they have had some starting pitching issues. Here's the 1-1. Just missed inside. 2-1 to Puig. Now Cortez trying to give them some length out of that bullpen, as they had to go to it early today. The lefty with the 2-1 pitch to Puig. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Cortez is in his 8th stint with the big club this season. He's been that guy who helps him out when they need it, but has spent a lot of his season with AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. but done good work when he's been called up. Now time is called with a 2-2 count on Yasiel Puig. Hot and humid today. The sunshine breaking through the clouds once again. Now the 2-2 pitch to Puig. Sidearm, breaking ball low and outside. Puig has struck out and walked in 2 trips today. Get you the injury report this half inning, presented by Elk & Elk. For a team of injury lawyers who protect every client every day, call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. Corey Kluber in action later this afternoon. He will make his 3rd rehab assignment start with Columbus down in Charlotte. Next pitch, low and outside, ball 4. Puig draws the walk. Leadoff base runner for the Indians here in the 5th. First walk allowed by Cortez, and Franmil Reyes will step in. Carlos Carrasco will have a rehab assignment appearance with Akron tomorrow night. Be interesting to see how quickly he can return. But things ramped up in a hurry for him. Now able to pitch on a full-fledged rehab assignment after facing hitters in a simulated game Friday, and that went well. Throw to first, back safely is Puig. Dan Otero pitched again for Columbus last night, a scoreless inning. And they'll keep tabs on him. Well, they wanted him to go back-to-back at some point and see if he's ready to go yet. Here's the pitch to Reyes. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on Reyes. He was part of that 4-run rally in the 2nd inning. Singled to get it started. The big blow that inning, the 3-run home run from Mike Freeman. Indians' other run came on a Francisco Lindor home run last inning. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, a chopper foul outside of 3rd, and quickly it's 0-2 on Franmil Reyes. On the Yankees side of things, it is a laundry list of injuries. Boy, they have used that injured list more than most this season. 16 players are on the injured list right now. Giancarlo Stanton, the big name, right knee sprain. The 0-2, waved at and missed, strike 3. Chased the high fastball. Reyes is down on strikes. Second strikeout by Cortez. 1 down in the inning for Roberto Perez. Tribe in front by a score of 5-0. Indian season ticket holders, don't forget you can earn your Tribe Rewards bonus points just for listening today. Log on to triberewards.com/codes. Our radio code today is Carlos. Carlos is the radio code. And as always, thanks so much for tuning in to Tribe Baseball all season long. Here's Perez. Pitch to him. Fastball in there for a strike. Perez singled in the 2nd, struck out looking last time up in the 3rd. Right-handed hitting catcher with a career year going, 20 home runs. Number 20 came in the series opener on Thursday night. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Chase the high heat. And quickly the count is 0-2 on Roberto Perez. Now, it's 5-0 Tribe, but as we've borne witness to, they'd love to have a few more in this place. And against this Yankees lineup, they lead 5-0. Mike Clevenger throwing well, but he's had to work hard. He's thrown a ton of pitches. Clevenger at 84 pitches after 4 innings. So another inning, maybe 2 for Clevenger, you would feel. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, fouled back into the net. And the count remains 0-2. Indians came in 2.5 back of first place Minnesota in the American League Central Division as the Twins have had a winning weekend down in Texas, which isn't always the easiest place to play for the opposition, but they have taken care of business and taken 3 from the Rangers so far. They'll get started in about 10-15 minutes or so in Arlington. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball down low. 1-2 the count on Perez. On the wild card scene, the Indians currently have a game advantage for the top spot over Tampa Bay. Now, Oakland has crept into it. They're only a half game behind the Rays. And then Boston 6.5 back. But, boy, they just put Chris Sale on the injured list yesterday. So more starting pitching woes from a health standpoint for Boston. Boy, and he threw so well against the Indians on that last homestand for the Tribe. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, outside. 2-2. Didn't miss by much. Jason Kipnis waits on deck. Yasiel Puig, the base runner at first with one down. We're in the top half of the fifth inning. Tribe leading at 5-0. Now the set. Long hold and a throw to first. Back safely is Puig. Talking to Roberto Perez the other day about the 20 home runs now, and easily his career best. And you don't hear this much from a player, but he said, yeah, I'm surprised at that. He said he felt he had a good year in him offensively, but maybe 10, 15 home runs or so. So he surprised himself, and now he's trying to stay strong the rest of the season after playing more than he ever has behind the plate. And he said, hey, it's real when you're a catcher. And so he's really been diligent about his work with the trainers to try and keep him going in a positive direction, and all the little things that he needs to do to be ready to play. And so far, it's been a wonderful year for Roberto Perez. Now the 2-2. Swung on, popped him up. Shallow center. Charging in is Gardner. He's under it, and he makes the catch for the second out in the inning. 2 gone. Puig retreats to first, and Jason Kipnis will be the batter. For all you thirsty Tribe fans out there, stop into Subway. They have the new 44-ounce refillable cup, the Tubbo Cup, featuring slider. Beat the heat with Hubert's lemonade or your favorite beverage and keep refilling it to take care of your big thirst all season long. Available while supplies last at Subway. Here's Kipnis. Sacrificed his first time up, then struck out last time in the third. The pitch to him. Swung on and cued back over the mound in a tough spot on the infield. Gregorius up with it. Throws wild to first, and a good play by LeMahieu to come off the bag and prevent an error. Safe at first, though, is Kipnis. Moving up to second is Puig. And the inning is alive for the Indians. Now with runners at first and second and 2 down for Greg Allen. Cortez with that sidearm off-speed pitch, and he had Kipnis as far out in front as you can be and still make contact. And as a result, that ball just dribbled over the mound and was kind of in no man's land before Gregorius picked it up and made a play, but he could not throw Kipnis out. Here's Greg Allen, 1 for 2. Drove in a run with a fielder's choice back in the second inning. That was the first run in this game. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, ripped to third, foul. Boy, he almost picked off the legs of Ben May, the third base umpire, who just got out of the way of a screaming line drive foul down that third base line. So 0-1 on Allen. Allen later scored in that second inning, the 4-run second. Indians now lead at 5-0 here in New York. Top half of the fifth inning. Cortez sets at the belt. Here comes his pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count on Allen. Cortez out of Cuba, who now makes his home in Florida and actually came over early enough where he went to high school in Florida. 24 years of age. Here's his pitch. Outside and high. 1-2 the count. He was originally signed by the Yankees, was in their minor league system until last season. That's when the Orioles picked him up, and he made his first 4 major league appearances with Baltimore, but now back with New York. Here's his 1-2. Just a bit outside. 2-2 the count. And with every close call that does not go the Yankees' way, you can just feel the tension building here among the crowd, and you wonder what kind of chirping's coming from that New York dugout. Another close pitch there that did not go the Yankees' way. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back into the net. Good work there by Allen to stay alive. 2 down. Puig, the base runner at second for the Indians. Kipnis is on at first. Tribe trying to tack on here in the 5th inning to what already is a 5-run lead. Long look in by Cortez. Now the lefty has the sign. Here comes his pitch. Swung on, and that's looped to shallow center, but back on it, making the catch, is the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. And the Indians come up empty. 811. Before you dig, down those underground utilities marked at simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. Tribe up 5-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, and Mike Tauchman, the number 9 hitter, will lead things off for New York, facing Mike Clevenger. He's had a big strikeout day going. Clevenger struck out the side last inning, and as he heads into play here in the 5th, Clevenger with 10 strikeouts. Here's his pitch to Tauchman. Breaking ball down low, ball 1. Single game high for Clevenger this year is 12. He's done that twice, most recently against the Tigers a month ago. Here's his 1-0 pitch, and it's a fastball down low. 2-0 the count on Tauchman. Then DJ LeMahieu at the top of the Yankees lineup, and then Aaron Judge. Clevenger's into the wind, his 2-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. 2-1 the count. Tauchman lined to right his first time up. One of the harder hit balls on the afternoon for the Yankees, who haven't put many in play. Not with those 10 strikeouts through 4 innings. The 2-1 swung on, line foul off to the left side, not a play. So it's 2-2 on Tauchman, who until late in spring training was a Colorado Rocky. Well, the Yankees made the acquisition at the tail end of spring training, and he has been a vital cog in their outfield rotation. The 2-2 swung on, blasted foul. That's off to the left again and out of play. So we'll do it again on 2-2 to Tauchman. 12 home runs on the year, including a great stretch earlier this month where he hit 5 home runs in 5 games. Here comes Clevenger's 2-2 pitch. Swung on, pulled foul outside of first. And this is what the Yankees have done a lot of today. Yes, there's the 10 strikeouts, but they have spoiled a ton of pitches that Clevenger has made, making it almost impossible for him to get through innings quickly in terms of his pitch count. And it seems unlikely at this point that he goes more than 5 innings today. He's at 90 pitches already. Here's the pitch, and Tauchman lines it to right. Coming on, Puig leaves his feet, and he makes the catch. A sliding grab by Puig on a sinking liner. Boy, as hard a hit ball as Tauchman will have on a line, but Puig was up to the task as he came in, went down to his knees and grabbed it. Boy, just before it hit the grass, he got the glove under it to make the fine catch. Puig continues to impress defensively in right. 1 down in the inning. Top of the lineup, DJ LeMahieu will step in. LeMahieu's 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts today. 2 of 10 by Mike Clevenger. And LeMahieu really trying to slow it down here. He has taken his time getting into the box each time he's been up. Clevenger likes to work fast when it's going well. Here's the 0-1, breaking ball outside. Or excuse me, the first pitch. So 1-0 the count on LeMahieu. This time he stays in there, and Clevenger goes back to work right away. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball down low. 2-0 the count. Aaron Judge is next. LeMahieu with 5 hits in the series. Right-handed hitter having a career year in his first season with the Yankees. The 2-0 pitch. That's down low, ball 3. Clevenger didn't miss by much, but just enough. And now it's 3-0 to LeMahieu. Tribe up 5-0. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The 3-0 pitch. There's a fastball strike, and it's 3-1 as LeMahieu was taking all the way on 3-0. Down by 5 runs. Yankees need base runners. Now the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. First base side, now to play. And let's pause. 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Indians Radio Network. Payoff pitch coming to DJ LeMahieu from Mike Clevenger. The Tribe right-hander lets it fly, and it swung on and popped up foul again out of play off to the right. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton on a hot, humid, late summer afternoon in New York. Paul Schrager, our on-site engineer here in the booth. Brian Matze back home at Command Center. 5-0 Tribe in front in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball deep right near the corner. Puig ranging near the corner, and this one goes out of play. Foul down that right field line. So we'll do it again on 3-2 to DJ LeMahieu. Came in batting .338 atop the American League. A career best 20 home runs. Bases loaded. He's 9 for 13 this year. Up there now the way Clevenger likes to see it. Bases empty. The 3-2. Swung on, a tapper to short. Charging Lindor. Scoops, fires in time for the out at first. 2 gone for the Yankees here in the 5th. Time for the Cleveland Clinic. Caregivers, shout out the good folks at the clinic. I want to remind you they've been ranked #1 in heart care in the country for 25 years running. Thanks to all of the caregivers who've made that possible. The Cleveland Clinic. Here's Aaron Judge, 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. Indians 5, Yankees 0. Bottom half of the 5th inning here in New York. Tribe trying to get out of here with a split. The pitch to Judge. Breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 1. Judge, the mammoth right-handed hitter. Unlimited power, but having a hard time unlocking it lately. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball down low, 1-1. Just 1 home run in his last 22 games now. So that's a noteworthy stretch for someone like Judge. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, just missed low and outside. 2-1. Now Judge missed significant time early in the season with an oblique injury. And certainly that can impact a hitter even beyond the time that they're on the injured list. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Strike 2 called, and it's now 2-2 on Aaron Judge. He was out from mid-April to mid-June. 54-game stretch where he could not play due to that oblique injury. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive to left. Mercado, sinking liner, lunges in and makes the catch. As that ball was dipping quickly, he recovered, and he makes the catch to retire Judge and the Indians, or the Yankees, I should say, as New York.
Indians 5, Yankees 0. And the little left-hander, Nestor Cortez Jr., on in relief facing Mike Freeman, who takes a first pitch strike. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Matze, Paul Schrager. Hot and humid and sunshine now in the Big Apple. The 0-1. And a breaking ball down and away, 1-1. Boy, between innings, right fielder Aaron Judge and second base Todd Tishner spent the entire time talking about something out in shallow center field. So much so, here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Cortez couldn't start the inning until Aaron Judge got out to right field. He was still in a, I don't want to say angry, but it seemed fairly animated discussion with Todd Tishner. The 1-2, down low, 2-2. And the Yankees, with the best record in baseball, suddenly the spotlight seems to simply be not how good they are, but how much anger they have toward the umpires. Bizarre. Pitch to Freeman, and he sends a line drive to right field near the line. This will get down for a base hit. Judge cuts it off. Freeman's going for 2. He whirls, he throws, head first slide and a double. Boy, oh boy. Terry Francona can manage, can't he? He said, look, Jose Ramirez needs not 1 day off, 2 days off. So he gave him today off with tomorrow's scheduled off day. And who replaces Jose Ramirez? Mike Freeman. 3-run homer to right center, and now a double to right. Both base hits off left-handed pitching. CC Sabathia started and did not look good at all. He went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, struck out 5, walked 3. Nestor Cortez Jr. in his 3rd inning of relief work, he's given up 1 run so far on 3 hits. Taking a pitch outside for ball 1, Frankie Lindor. The Indians' leadoff hitter, batting right-handed. 2 groundouts and then a solo homer to right. Back in the 4th, home run number 21 for Lindor, his 5th right-handed. The look back, the pitch, and Lindor takes a fastball away, and the count 2-0. Well, it looks like Mike Clevenger is going to come out and pitch the 6th. He's at 104 pitches, and the Yankees get a right-hander up in their bullpen. The pitch. Lindor waves at a breaking ball. And the count now on the Indians shortstop, 2 balls and a strike. That is the right-hander, Cessa, warming in the Yankee bullpen. Now the set and the pitch. Swinging a chopper headed to short. Bobbled, recovered by Gregorius. He holds the runner, throws Lindor out, 1 down. That'll bring up Oscar Mercado, a single, a walk, and a flyout. Oscar Mercado has singled in his first at bat today, so now has gone 4 for 7 in this series. Time for the Northern Ohio Ford Dealers game summary. Ford is America's best-selling brand. The Indians had the big inning today against Sabathia with a 4 spot in the 2nd, keyed by the bottom of the order. Greg Allen had a fielder's choice RBI, and Mike Freeman had a 3-run blast to the Yankee bullpen in right center. Frankie Lindor solo homer to right in the 4th, making it what it is, 5-0. Mike Clevenger has thrown 5 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball, striking out 10. That pitch in at the knees, a strike. Off day tomorrow, Indians and Mets Tuesday night. Indians will make their first ever appearance at the Mets' new home, Citibank Field in Queens, near where Shea used to be, the 0-1, and it's strike 2 called, 0-2. Well, the bank now took their name away, so now it's just Citi Field. They took away their savings account. They can only do the checking account at Citi Field. Here is the 0-2 pitch. And it's swung on, ripped to left. That's a base hit near the line. That'll score Freeman easily. Around first and holding is Mercado. 6-0 Indians. So Mercado, his bat has come to life here the last 2 days. And an RBI single near the left field line, giving Mercado 33 runs batted in. And the Indians have now taken a 6-0 lead as they try to gain a split in the 4-game series. And a win today would give the Indians the season series 4-3. Here's Carlos Santana. Switch hitter, batting right-handed. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Mercado, a threat to run, has 2 steals today. And Cortez, a breaking ball strike to Santana. So the Indians scored 19 runs Thursday night. They had 2 runs Friday, 5 runs yesterday, and now lead today 6-0. The pitch, and it dips low, ball 1, 1-1. So even though Thursday's obviously an aberration, the Indians have 13 runs in the other 2.5 games. The pitch, and it's a little inside, 2 balls and a strike. So the Indians, who have gone 44-21 since June 4th, and a big part of that has been their resurgence offensively, and it's continued here in the Bronx. The pitch, swung on, grounded back up the middle, base hit, center field, Santana. Mercado turns, he's heading to third. Good aggressive first to third base running by Oscar Mercado. And Carlos Santana will be the last batter to face Cortez. So Santana has 7 hits in this series, along with 6 RBIs. And the Indians trying to blow away the Yankees. In good shape now, leading 6-0 as Aaron Boone makes a Cleveland Clinic. Luis Cessa is coming on for the New York Yankees. And Luis Cessa, a guy who gets his fastball up there in the mid-90s. He'll throw an occasional sinker. He also has a changeup and a slider. So Luis Cessa, the right-hander, taking over for New York with the Indians in command 6-0. Indians at the corners. 1 out in the 6th. The Yankees play the infield back at double play depth. Yasiel Puig with a strikeout and 2 walks, the batter. Cessa on the season has appeared in 32 games, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 save. And Cessa with a 4.33 ERA averages a strikeout an inning. Mercado at third, Santana at first, 1 out in the 6th, Tribe up 6-zip, and Puig takes one down and in, a sinker. On this scaldingly hot day in the Bronx, the Indians' bats have awakened again. The 1-0. Swung on, bounced toward third, fielded by Urshela to second, 1, relay to first, double play. Inning is over. Puig hits into an inning-ending double play. Indians lead the Yanks 6-0 in the middle of the 6th.
WTAM 1100.
Well, Mike Clevenger is not coming back out. And so the Indians bullpen has got to try to finish this off. 6-0 Indians. Bottom of the 6th inning. Boy, Mike Clevenger, he made too many pitches, but he was so dominant. 5 shutout innings of 3-hit baseball. He struck out 10 and walked 2. But he made 104 pitches in this heat. But for Mike Clevenger, he's still unbeaten since June 28th, and he can be 7-0 since that time if the Indians bullpen gets the job done. Nick Goody is on for the Indians, the former Yankee, 3-0 with a 2.15 ERA in 25 appearances, and the opposition batting 173 against Goody. So here we go. The Yankees will have the heart of the order, Gregorius, Urshela, and Sanchez. Nick Goody facing the left-handed hitting shortstop, who looks at a slider strike. Gregorius has walked and flied out. Mike Clevenger in line to go to 8-2, but there's a long, long way to go in this baby. Now the set by Goody, and the next offering. Swung on, fouled off, 0-2. Well, great, as always, to run into one of Cleveland's own, Eric Boland, who does such a tremendous job as one of the New York Yankee beat writers for Newsday, one of the big papers here in the New York metro area. And Eric Boland is a native of Shaker Heights. Graduated from Shaker Heights High School. Here's the pitch from Goody, and it's up high, a ball. And his mom and dad are still living in the Cleveland area. His dad, Jake, and his mom, Isabel Boland, now live in Auburn Lakes, which is right outside Chagrin Falls. Goody taking a look in. The right-hander's ready. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Goody strikes out Gregorius to start the Yankees' 6th inning. 1 down. Here's Giovanni Urshela, 1 for 2 with a single. But Eric Boland's dad, Jake, went to St. Ignatius High School, and one of his good friends was our late partner and great friend, Mike Hegan. And Jake Boland went to high school with Mike. And his mom and dad have to be awfully proud of their son, Jake and Isabel Boland. Here's the set, the pitch, and a strike. Eric Boland's one of the nicer people that we come across in this business and is a tremendous writer covering the Yankees for Newsday. So congratulations to Jake and Isabel Boland, and all the very best, and hope you're enjoying your Sunday in Northeast Ohio. The pitch, swing and a foul straight back, 0-2. Indians, 6 runs, 9 hits. The Yankees blanked on 3 hits. One of those belongs to this man, Giovanni Urshela. 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single to left. Whether you're shipping from Cleveland or shipping through Cleveland, choose Global Transport, Northeast Ohio's preferred provider for transportation and logistics management. Righty and counter. Let's see if the slider's on its way. Goody's pitch, and it's swung on, grounded to the second baseman. Kipnis will throw him out. It was indeed a slider, and Urshela is out number 2. And here's catcher Gary Sanchez, 2 strikeouts. Well, this might be a case, especially with an off day tomorrow. So far, Goody's only made 6 pitches. He might be able to give the Indians 2 innings. That would be huge, especially on a day when Mike Clevenger could go just 5. But Clevenger, it's a heck of an effort in this heat. 5 shutout innings, striking out 10. And Nick Goody's not pitched in 4 days, so that helps. Sanchez taking, it's low a ball. We'll see Brad Hand today, regardless of the score. The Indians' closer, he hasn't pitched in 6 days, so he's had a nice blow. Tribe with a 6-0 lead. Yankees batting, bases empty, 1 down here in the 6th. Indians put 3 infielders between second and third. The pitch, and it's outside, a ball, 2-0. Things have tightened up in the West. Oakland has closed the gap. They're 6.5 games in back of Houston. Astros have lost 5 in a row. Oakland's won 4 straight. And what that has done has given the Yankees some cushion for best record in the American League over Houston. Now the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball and a dandy, 2-1. The wild card scenario is getting wild in the American League. Right now, Cleveland, the number 1 wild card team. But the Indians, only with a 1-game lead over Tampa Bay. And Oakland is 2 games in back of the Indians. The pitch, fastball in, 3-1 the count. Obviously on August 18th, way too early to get caught up in the wild card scenario, but Boston still has an outside shot. They're 6.5 back. They just have no margin for error, and they need teams ahead of them to also do some collapsing. 6-0 Indians. The pitch, high, and he walked him. So Sanchez is aboard. Now you face the left-handed hitting Brett Gardner, who's doubled and struck out. Indians with a 6-0 lead. Yankees with a 2-out base runner here in the 6th. A lot of fans using their programs to fan themselves today. With the heat index, it's about 98 degrees. That's how it feels here at Yankee Stadium. Breeze blowing out toward left, but you don't feel it down in the bowl. Here's the set and the pitch, and it's a little bit outside, ball 1. Now Goody can't throw strikes, and you cannot nibble against this Yankee lineup. As good as they are, you must attack them, because you start nibbling and fall behind trying to make the perfect pitch, you play right into their hands. Gardner deep in the box, square stance close to the plate, hits out of a crouch. The pitch to him, and it's high, ball 2, 2-0. So Goody makes 6 pitches to get 2 quick outs, and now 7 pitches later, a runner at first and a 2-0 count on Gardner, and the Indians have to get the bullpen busy. Hunter Wood starts to throw in the Indians' pen, a right-hander. Nick Goody's ready on the 2-0 to Gardner. Ball 3, high and wide. And this has been a problem for the Indians, especially, the last 3 weeks or so. Too many times, Terry Francona's had to use 2, sometimes 3 relief pitchers to get out of 1 inning. And eventually that catches up big time to your bullpen. You need guys to come in and at least go through 1 inning. Now Goody's 3-0 pitch to Gardner. He's probably taking, and he does, and it's a strike, 3-1. Indians with a 6-0 lead. Sanchez at first, not held. Santana plays directly in back of him with a left-handed hitter at the plate. Now the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, lined into right base, hit near the line. It'll go to the wall. Gardner's on his way to second. Throw by Puig, not nearly in time. Throw to third by Lindor, but Sanchez did not make a turn. He stayed. So Gardner with his 21st double, and it came because he got into a hitter's count. And here comes Indians pitching coach Carl Willis. So all of a sudden, Goody has just lost it command-wise. And the Yankees have Gleyber Torres coming up, who has 3 home runs this weekend, has a career-high 29 home runs. Top home run hitter in the American League is Mike Trout. He has 41 homers for the Angels. Kansas City's Jorge Soler, he's going to break the Royals' single-season record. He has 35 home runs. Royals' record is 38 by Mike Moustakas a few years ago. So the Yankees have runners at second and third. There is 2 down. And Gleyber Torres, the batter. So Torres with a couple of strikeouts, swinging and looking. Righty, and counter. And Nick Goody trying to keep this a 6-0 Indians lead. Yankees at second and third, 2 down. Now the set by Goody. And the pitch way outside, not even close with that slider, ball 1. All of this starting with a 2-out walk. Nick Goody has really slowed things down. Now he's ready. Here it comes. Way high, ball 2. He's completely lost the ability to throw strikes in almost the blink of an eye. I mean, he couldn't have looked any better in getting Gregorius and Urshela. Walks Sanchez, falls behind 3-1 on Gardner, gives up a double, and now the count 2-0 on Torres. Here's the next delivery. Slider, and he dropped that one in. 2-1 the count. Yankee fans booing, but they're just clueless if they think that wasn't a strike. Goody's ready. Hands held just below the chin. The pitch. Another slider swung on, fouled third base side. Well, he's able to throw the slider for strikes, so if you're Torres, you're probably sitting slider here. It's the only pitch right now he's been able to get over. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 6-0 Indians, 6th inning. Goody works first base side of the rubber. He's ready. Here it comes. Slider, and he sends it to straightaway center. Greg Allen's there to make the catch on the fly ball, and the inning is over. Franmil Reyes leads off, and he checks the swing and takes the ball. 7th inning, 6-0 Indians. Franmil Reyes, 1 for 3, a single. The right-handed reliever, Luis Cessa, delivering. Reyes taking a slider high, 2-0. CC Sabathia did not look good in his return from the injured list. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, walked 3 in 3 innings. Nestor Cortez Jr. gave up 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 1/3. And Luis Cessa got a double play ball to end the 6th. He stays on in the 7th and gets a strike to Reyes. Yankees now put 3 on the left side of the infield. The outfielders, medium deep, straight up. Now the set and the pitch. Down low, ball 3, 3-1. Lyft is the official rideshare partner of the Indians, and they'll make getting to and from the ballpark a home run. Download Lyft today and get going. Cessa's 3-1 to Reyes. Ball 4, it's low. So, boy, that's refreshing to see Reyes not chase. Reyes has walked for the 3rd time as a Cleveland Indian. That's in 63 at-bats. That'll bring up catcher Roberto Perez. And let's see, Perez in 3 at-bats, single, strikeout, flyout. The Indians got the big 3-run homer from Mike Freeman to right center. Takia 4-run second off Sabathia. Frankie Lindor solo homer to right as Perez looks at the heater strike. And then Oscar Mercado singled home Mike Freeman, who had doubled in the 6th. So Freeman coming off the bench on a day Jose Ramirez was getting a breather and has a homer for 3 RBIs and a double to key another rally. The pitch, Perez rifles it foul to the right, 0-2. Well, the Indians are where they want to be, ahead late. Playing catch-up against the Yankees is almost a winless battle. As deep and as good as their bullpen is, you need the lead in the late innings. The pitch, swung on, fouled again, back and out of play. You start trying to play catch-up, 3-4 runs down in the late innings against the Yankees, and it's not going to happen. Their bullpen's too deep and too good. But today, the Indians take that bullpen out of the equation. getting 4 in the second inning, and now leads 6-0 in the seventh. The pitch, high, a ball, 1-2. 6 inning totals. Cleveland, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Indians have left 7. New York, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and the Yankees have left 7. Now the 1-2 to Perez. Swung on, grounded towards second baseman Torres to second 1. And the relay, and not in time. Gregorius' throw, not able to double up Perez. Yankees checking to see if they want to challenge the call. Torres kind of short hopped that throw. Banked that. LeMahieu dug it out, but Perez beat it. Fielder's choice. So Reyes is forced out at second. 1 down, Jason Kipnis. $45,682 on hand. Kipnis takes, changeup away. Kipnis, sac bunt, strikeout and a single. Now the 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Six nothing Indians. Perez at first. Playing in front of him, off the bag, is LeMahieu. Now the 2-0. Slider low, 3-0. Kipnis now with a chance to maybe remove any doubt, put one in the porch. The 3-0. Bullseye, 3-1. He didn't look like he wanted to swing. Now, just because you have the green light, that doesn't mean you must swing. Simply, you have the option to swing if you so desire. Yankees have 3 on the right side of the infield. The 3-1. Kipnis sends a little floater to left near the line. Long run for Tauchman. He does a nice sliding catch. Wow. Boy, Tauchman went a long way to the line and left and went to a slide to make the catch on Kipnis. Nice play for out number 2. That looked like it was going to find the grass. Now Greg Allen, switch hitter, and he'll swing it left-handed. He is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Perez still at first, 2 down, 7th inning, 6-0 Cleveland. The righty's ready, and Sessa's pitch is ripped foul upstairs, second deck, strike 1. Again, Yankees overload the right side of the infield. Allen bounces it back to the mound. Sessa will underhand it to first, and it is stretch time in the Big Apple.
Andre's hot under the collar and everywhere else.
Andre is now taking a bet to our ceiling tiles here in the booth. Brett Gardner Jr., good seeing you, buddy. He is a beauty and does just a fabulous job, does Andre. He's phenomenal. Hunter Wood is on to pitch for the Indians, with the Indians leading the Yankees 6-0. Meanwhile, Boston has an 8-6 lead on Baltimore, as the Red Sox, still batting in the 6th, have scored 5 in that inning. It's already over in Canada. Seattle shut out Toronto 7-0 as Kikuchi threw a 2-hit shutout. Detroit leads Tampa Bay 4-3. That ball game's in the 9th inning. Minnesota with a 2-0 lead over Texas in the 2nd. Kansas City on top of the Mets 4-3. They've played 5. San Diego has a 3-2 lead in Philadelphia in the 8th inning. St. Louis on top of Cincinnati 5-2 in the 8th inning. The Dodgers and Atlanta 5-3. The Braves lead the Dodgers in the 7th. And in that ball game, the big news is not what is going on as far as that Atlanta comeback. But the big news in that ball game is that today, Ronald Acuna was benched for not hustling. He was yanked in that ball game by his manager and out of the game for not hustling. How about that? Brian Snitker, the manager of the Braves, saying, I don't care if you're a superstar. You don't hustle, you don't play. How is that refreshing? Here's Mike Ford has walked, struck out. The right-hander Hunter Woods pitch is swung on, ripped into right. That's a base hit to start the Yankees' seventh. Washington is embarrassing Milwaukee 15-4 in the fifth inning. And in that ball game, the Phillies have now hit 7 homers, and they've only batted in 5 innings. Juan Soto has 2 of the Phillies' 7 home runs in that game. Miami and Colorado, I should say Washington leads Milwaukee 15-4 in that game. Thank you, Paul. Washington with a 15-4 lead on Milwaukee. They've played 5 innings and 7 Nationals homers. That pitch down low to Mike Tauchman. He's 0 for 2. Miami, Colorado, that's a 1-1 game in the second inning. Brewers have hit 2 homers. There have been 9 home runs hit in D.C. in the first 5 innings of that game. Washington's up 15-4. They had that wild extra inning game last night, 15-14. Goodness gracious. Now the 1-0 to Tauchman, and it's hit high in the air to fairly deep left. Mercado drifting back. He's in front of the track to make the catch, and that is out number 1. Now to the top of the order, and DJ LeMahieu, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. When you look at the standings in the National League, Atlanta leads Washington by 5.5. St. Louis and the Cubs tied in the Central, a game ahead of Milwaukee. Oliver Perez now warming in the Indians' pen. The West doesn't even matter. It's 18.5 game lead for the Dodgers over San Francisco. The National League wild card is jumbled. Here's DJ LeMahieu, righty-righty. Wood fastball cutter, curve change, delivering, and it's at the knees, a strike. Right now, Washington is the wild card leader. St. Louis and the Cubs, one would be the division leader, one would be the number 2 wild card team. Here's the set. Here is the 0-1 pitch. And it is a check swing. He went, and the count 0-2. But the big story in the National League is that you have a grand total of 7 teams within 2.5 games of each other in the wild card race. Indians with a 6-0 lead over the Yankees here in the 7th. 1 out, 1 on. Hunter Woods ready on the 0-2 pitch. And LeMahieu swings and drives one to deep right. Down the line, towards the corner. Puig's out of room. That's another one of those cheap home runs that only takes place here or down in Boston in that right field corner with Pesky's pole. A routine fly ball out down the right field line, but it's only 314 supposedly down the right field line here, and DJ LeMahieu gets his 21st RBI, and the Yankees now trail the Indians 6-2 here in the 7th. That'll bring up Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is 1 for 3 with a single. Now, DJ LeMahieu is getting credit for being such a great hitter because he's not at Coors Field anymore. Well, this is Coors Field East. Here's Aaron Judge. 6-2 Indians, 7th inning, the pitch. And it's in there, a called strike. Hunter Woods pitched well for the Indians and Tampa. He's had 5 scoreless appearances with the Indians. On the year, he's 1-1, an ERA of 2.08. Curveball and a beauty. 0-2 the count on Judge as he took one looking. Nick Goody went a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Hunter Wood into the wind, the pitch, swing and a miss, fastball away, ate him up. Well, Aaron Judge has 3 hits this weekend. Rosie, he is not the same guy we've seen.
No, the power is not there. Anything that's hit well to the right side goes foul, kind of weakly foul into the second level maybe. But, yeah, not that good, solid line drive power the opposite way.
Well, Oliver Perez is being summoned as Terry Francona makes a Northern Ohio Toyota dealer's call to the bullpen. Seventh inning, Yankees batting, bases empty.
AM 1100.
Oliver Perez makes his 52nd appearance. He's 2-2 with a 2.78 ERA. And it'll be left on left as D.D. Gregorius will face Perez. It's the seventh inning, and the Indians lead the Yanks 6-2 with 2 outs and nobody on. Nick Whitgren warming in the Indians' bullpen. Indians led 4-0 after a 4-run second inning. Upped it to 6-0 before DJ LeMahieu's 2-run homer down the right field line here in the seventh. Gregorius, a walk, a fly out, a strikeout. By the way, before we gave you the Ram Trucks Out of Town scoreboard update, the Ram 1500 is Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. The summer clearance event going on right now. The pitch, and Gregorius checks his swing, and he went around strike one. Ball went all the way to the backstop. So Hunter Wood goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 runs on 2 hits, struck out a batter, but again, is a home run only because we're in Yankee Stadium. And the Yankee right-handed hitters, boy, they know how to take advantage of that short porch and right. Perez is ready. Indians overload the right side of the infield, and the pitch waved at. He's giving Gregorius that no turn look one time, then the next time he completely turns his back to him. Lord only knows what he comes up with on this pitch. All about deception, and Oliver Perez was rescued by the Indians out of the Yankees AAA team a year ago. The pitch, breaking ball just missed outside, 1-2. He was pitching in Scranton Wilkes-Barre and got out of his contract. There was no way the Yankees were going to call him up. They were too loaded in the pen. And oh my, has it been a find for the Indians. 6-2 Cleveland, Yankees batting here in the seventh. Now the pitch, check, and let's take a 10-second timeout. This is the Cleveland Clinic Indians Radio Network.
News updates at the top and bottom of the hour. When you need to know on Twitter. And breaking news when it happens. This is News Radio WTAM 11.
With you, the pitch is high, and the string is out from 0-2 to 3-2. Well, if Gregorius gets aboard, Nick Whitgren will be brought aboard to face Giovanni Urshela. Full count now. Perez is ready. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back. Turned the back to the hitter. Threw him a fastball that time. Still a 3-2 count. A lot of the crowd has gone home. Heat and humidity has won out. Almost 46,000 here today, but those that were baking in the sun have said thanks for the memories and have headed to their cars. The payoff, swung on, ripped to left, down the line, foul. To their cars or to the subway. A lot of folks head out of Manhattan in the summer and go to various vacation spots, including the Hamptons. A lot of weddings going on last night in Central Park. Here's the set. Here's the 3-2. Little tapper hit by the mound. On the right side, Lindor gloves, throws, and he got Gregorius. Good job by Perez. Indians back to work offensively. Never feel safe in this ballpark. Cleveland 6, New York 2. Eighth inning, Mike Freeman replacing a worn-out Jose Ramirez today, and wow, has he responded. Sessa misses outside with a changeup. Mike Freeman, a 3-run blast to right center off Sabathia in the second. Doubled and scored in the sixth. 2 for 3. The pitch. He fouls it back in the count 1-1. He does a great job of treating batting practice like a game to keep himself sharp. He can sit for a long period of time and still be productive off the bench. The 1-1. He swings and drives this one to center. Back racing is Gardner. It's over his head. Takes one bounce and goes up the wall. Up and over it. A ground rule double. How about today for Mike Freeman? To dead center. He's homered and doubled twice. And Freeman, that's a big run out at second base to start the eighth with the Indians up 6-2. Now top of the order, Frankie Lindor. The one thing you don't want Lindor doing here is bunting. He needs to swing the bat. He is 1 for 4 today, 3 ground outs to short, and a solo homer to right. This is his first at bat left-handed. You do not want him bunting. He can get the runner to third even by swinging and grounding out on the right side. The pitch, and it's high, ball 1. A lot of times the Indians hitters have been bunting on their own, trying to move runners up. There's a time and place for that. This is not it. Indians have out-hit the Yankees 10-6 and lead it 6-2. We're in the eighth inning. The next delivery to Lindor. And he hits one high in the air, foul down the right side. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Indians have hit 2 home runs in this ball game. One of them belongs to Mike Freeman. They have hit 2 doubles in this ball game. They both belong to Mike Freeman. He's at second, nobody out in the eighth. Indians up 4. The 1-1 swung on, bounced towards the second baseman. Lindor gets the job done. Thrown out by Torres, but Freeman's now at third. 1 down. Here's Oscar Mercado. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, an RBI, a walk, 2 steals. Yankees now have to bring the infield in. Well, let's see if the big weekend continues. Mercado sat Thursday and Friday night. More of a mental break than anything. And the last 2 days, he's gone 5 for 8. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Now, that's a big run down there at third base because then a grand slam can't tie the game. Infield in, 1 out, 8th inning. Tribe up 6-2. Now Mercado steps out on Luis Sessa. Sessa, the right-hander, native of Mexico. Now the 0-1. Check swing on a slider in the dirt. 0-2. The 2-strike pitch. Checked on a pitch outside. Boy, not by much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at third, infield in. Tribe up 4 in the 8th. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. Swung on, drill, deep left field. This ball gone! And the Indians blow it open. A 2-run home run to left by Oscar Mercado. And the Indians lead it 8-2. Mercado, a 3-hit, 3 RBI game. And the Indians have hit their third home run, and they will send much of the rest of this crowd to wherever they are going. Mercado has 10 homers and now 35 RBIs. And the Indians, for the second time in this series, are going to have a blowout win against New York. Here's Carlos Santana batting left-handed. He takes it's a little bit on the outside corner for a strike. Indians with an 8-2 lead. Santana 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Sessa's 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled upstairs, 0-2.
A lot of Tribe fans here this weekend, 2 in particular. Mom and Dad for Oscar Mercado in from Tampa, along with some extended family, and they have seen him have one of his better games.
Now the set, now the 0-2. Swing by Santana, a foul into the third base seating area, and the count remains 0-2. 8-2 Indians here in the 8th. 1 out, nobody on. Boy, and the Indians have had some kind of a weekend swinging the bats, except for the Masahiro Tanaka game. Now the 2-strike pitch. Santana fouling it back. Will do it again at 0-2. 34 runs for the Indians in these 4 games. You take away even the 19-run game on Thursday night, the Indians still have scored 15 runs in the other 3. That pitch down low. 1-2 the count on Santana. Indians with an 8-2 lead here in the 8th. Now the 1-2. In the dirt, ball 2, 2-2. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Twins still leading Texas 2-0 in the 3rd. Yankees overload the right side of the infield. Outfield stays straight up, bunching toward the gaps. Now the 2-2. Swung on, Tapper to the mound. Sessa retires Santana, 2 down. Yasiel Puig 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. He's had 5 hits, 4 RBIs. This weekend might be his last chance to make it a 9-game hitting streak. 8-2 Cleveland, 8th inning, bases empty, 2 down. The pitch. Swung on, skied to right, foul. It is twisting towards the seats and drops on the track before the seats. Nobody could get there. Strike 1 on Yasiel Puig. He appeared in back-to-back World Series. Did Yasiel Puig with the Los Angeles Dodgers. His former club looks like they could get to their 3rd straight. Can you imagine if the Dodgers get to a 3rd straight World Series and don't win it? Here's the set, the pitch. A swing and a miss. Pitch went up and in. And the count on Puig is 0-2. Yasiel Puig in the last 2 World Series against Houston and Boston when he was with the Dodgers, he batted 191, 3 homers, 8 RBIs in 12 World Series games. Now the pitch. High, a ball, 1-2. But boy, you love that playoff experience on your club.
And he will bring the enthusiasm and play hard. And yes, experience matters and counts in the postseason.
Now the set. Now the pitch. Puig sends a liner up the middle, caught by the second baseman Torres. But a 2-run blast by Oscar Mercado. Nick Whitgren's coming on to work for the Cleveland Indians. And he'll be the 4th relief pitcher that the Indians have used. the starter today, Mike Clevenger, set the tone. Now, he had to make a lot of pitches, but against this Yankee lineup, that's no surprise. And he never broke, as Mike Clevenger went 5 shutout innings. He allowed 3 hits. He struck out 10, walked 2, made 104 pitches in 5 innings in this heat. Nick Goody, Hunter Wood, and Oliver Perez all preceded Nick Whitgren. Tyler Naquin is now in right field for the Indians. Righty-righty matchup as Gio Urshela 1 for 3 with a single at the plate. The pitch, and it's at the knees, a strike. Whitgren's appearance is his 44th. He's 4-1, 3 saves, ERA 2.83. Oliver Perez retired the one batter he faced. The pitch, strike 2 call. Goody, Wood, Perez, now Whitgren, and we'll see Brad Hand. He needs some work, having not pitched in 6 days, and an off day tomorrow. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, line to right field, but right there is Naquin. 1 down. That'll bring up Gary Sanchez, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Paul O'Neill, the outstanding New York Yankee, grew up in Columbus, went to Brookhaven High School, won World Series with the Yankees and the Reds. Here's Gary Sanchez taking a strike. He said, boy, watching Tito manage, he said, is fun for him being an ex-player, because obviously these players know a whole lot more about the game than the rest of us, know about the little things that maybe the rest of us don't think of. That pitch outside a ball, 1-1. And Paul O'Neill was saying just the other night, he said, you take out a veteran like a Yasiel Puig and some of the other veterans. He said that's a manager showing respect to a veteran player and getting them off their feet a little bit. Here's the set in the 1-1. Sanchez fouling it back 1-2. And Paul O'Neill says you can't believe how far that little gesture goes, especially for a new player who sees his manager going, hey, you've earned a little time off. Like today, Tyler Naquin in there for Puig now for the last 2 innings. May not seem like much to the normal observer, but Paul O'Neill was saying, trust me, that'll make a big difference. The 1-2 outside a ball, 2-2. And even how Yasiel Puig feels about the Indians, about how the Indians are respecting him, and just, even though he's a newcomer, saying, look, you've done a lot in your career, you've earned those kind of moments when you get off your feet for a few innings.
And that's Tito being good at the long haul stuff. I mean, it's not just for today, but down the road.
Now the 2-2. Swung on a little dribbler left of the mound, gloved by Whitgren. He'll set. He'll throw the Yankee catcher out. And Sanchez is out, number 2 in the 8th. 8-2 Indians. Base is empty, 2 down. And Brett Gardner, the batter, 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles.
That's something that starts in spring training, too, with just where certain veterans play on certain days. If there's road trips that might want to get them off their feet during the spring and just have them stay back, get their work in. He's very cognizant of that from really day one of spring training.
Now the set by Whitgren and the pitch, and it's in there, called strike to Gardner. Tri-bait, Yankees 2, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, nobody on base. The 0-1 high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 delivery. And it just missed wide, ball 2, 2-1. Whitgren sets at the belt, and the 2-1 delivery. Swing and a foul over the screen behind the plate, second deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Whitgren's next offering. Swing and a miss. High heat got him. So Gardner strikes out. Indians pitchers have struck out.
Things at afternoons.
Indians with an 8-2 advantage the 9th inning. And Luis Cessa, the third Yankee to work. And so far he's gone 2 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. Franmil Reyes, the DH, takes a look at a fastball strike. Brad Hand will work the 9th for the Indians. CC Sabathia came off the injured list, went 3 innings today, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits and walked 3. The set and pitch. And it's over but low, 1-1. Nestor Cortez came out of the pen, went 2 1/3, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. And now Luis Cessa has gone 2 2/3. He's given up 2 runs on 2 hits. Reyes swings and misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 delivery. Down low, ball 2, 2-2. Chad Green, the right-hander, warming in the Yankee pen. He started that debacle Thursday night when they used their bullpen for the whole game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Reyes chased one. Strikeout number 1 for Cessa. 1 down. So, did you pack the Speedo for your trip to the Jersey Shore on the off day tomorrow? Paul was asking. I said, I don't know. I'll ask.
Sure, Paul was asking. I think I will end up at the beach at some point.
It's not the question Paul and I wanted answered.
I'm not.
Well, I guess we know the answer, Paul. It was packed.
I don't want to scare everyone off the beach.
I wondered why you got stopped at customs and we're still in the country. Here is the set and the pitch to Roberto Perez. It's waved at a strike. How warm is the water this time of year, even though it's the ocean?
Probably mid-70s.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
So it's swimmable.
Yes, absolutely.
Is this a good time for the Sharks to come after you?
Probably.
Okay. Now the 0-1 pitch. And it's in there, a strike. Since you had sea bass last night, they may be angry at you for eating their bait.
Want me to bring you back some saltwater taffy?
No, but I want to see that little thing that Tom Hanks went and tried to find out the future of. And was that Zoltan?
Yeah.
That pitch outside, 1 and 2 in big? Wasn't that Jersey Shore or Coney Island?
I think it was Coney Island.
Where's Coney Island? Is that Long Island? That's Brooklyn. Okay. Getting our islands mixed up. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, foul tip, strikeout. Paul, is Coney Island still open? I mean, is that a big thing anymore like it once was? Yeah, okay. Paul said, yep, it is. Second strikeout for Cessa. Perez is out number 2 in the 9th. Indians up 8-2. Yeah.
I think the Mets have a minor league team on
Yes,
Coney
they do.
Island.
Well, the Yankees have one in Brooklyn, don't they? Or Staten Island? Staten Island. Yeah, there you go. Jason Kipnis fouling it back, strike 1. So that pretty much covers New York. And there are weddings in Central Park. Can you imagine what a wedding Saturday night in the summer at Central Park runs mom and dad?
Chump. Pocket change.
Here is the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul down the left side, 0-2. Tribe up 8-2, bases empty, 2 down, ninth inning. Can you imagine how hard it is to get Central Park for a wedding?
It's a big park. They have a lot of room. Fit you in somewhere, probably. Just saying.
Speedo would have been good there in one of the Central Park's ponds. Kipnis fouls one off his foot, 0-2. It's a way to be a wedding crasher.
Yeah. It sure would.
Cannonballs. While the ceremony's going on near the water. Hey, there's Rosebud. Here is the set by Luis Cessa and the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a foul upstairs, still 0-2. But you talk about a storybook setting, a wedding in Central Park.
Absolutely.
Now you probably spend the wedding night at the plaza, and just. I see the plaza. It looks like it's still under reconstruction or something, renovation.
A lot of construction going on in that area.
It's right by Central Park. The 2-strike pitch, and Kipnis lofts one in the air to shallow left. Tachman's under it.
Mornings and afternoons on News Radio WTAM 1100.
8-2 is Brad Hand, who hasn't pitched in 6 days. That's not a bad little rest for him. Plus, he'll get another day off tomorrow. So he'll work here today in a non-save situation with the Indians up 6. Brad Hand, second only to the Yankees' Aroldis Chapman, with his save total now at 29. Brad Hand coming in with a record of 6-3, a 2.74 ERA, 75 strikeouts in 49 innings. Here's Gleyber Torres, 0 for 3, right-handed hitter, and Torres checks and the ball hit him, and he'll go to first base, check to swing, the ball hit him in the knee area. Hand, fastball, and slider. Well, the question is, did he swing? Because if he swung at that pitch, it would have been a dead ball. Sure looked like he swung at it, but the Indians didn't get that call. And here's Mike Ford, 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Nick Whitgren worked a scoreless inning. Brad Hand, the 5th reliever to work. Mike Clevenger went 5 shutout innings and struck out 10. Tribe 8, Yankees 2 in the 9th. The pitch. And it's in there, a called strike. Now the pitch. Down and away, 1-1. If this holds up and the Indians win, what a 20-game stretch. 20 games without a day off, facing the likes of the Yankees, the Twins, the Astros, the Red Sox. Now the 1-1 pitch, and it's low 2-1. And in that 20 games, the Indians going 12-8. I think most people would have said, you know what? If you can get through that 10-10, 9-11, but to go 12-8, that's pretty incredible. Now, it's not over yet. The Yankees certainly capable. But you kind of feel like the Yankees are done, too, that they're ready to get on the plane and go west. The 2-1 pitch now to Ford, and he fouls it back 2-2.
I think there were a lot of people in that Indians clubhouse, players who were looking forward to this stretch. I think they were tired of hearing how, well, you're just beating up on the Royals and the Tigers and the Orioles. What are you going to do when you face teams with winning records? And I think they were looking forward to this stretch, and it has worked out well.
Well, look at the Yankees, 17-2 against the Orioles, bludgeoning them, and then they split the 4 here with the Indians. Now the 2-2 pitch. And maybe outside, full count. Come into your local Toyota dealer right now. Test drive the rugged, newly built in the U.S. Toyota Tacoma. Tough, dependable, a midsize truck with the best resale value. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Hands ready in the payoff pitch. And Ford fouling it back and out of play. And we'll do it again at 3-2. KeyBank brings you the keys to the game. And, of course, KeyBank introduces Easy Up. Now, that's the tool that helps you automatically stack up savings, pay down debt, Milwaukee Bank's the official banking home of the Indians. Well, the key to this game, twofold. Indians got on the board early and often. That 4-run second inning. So you're not playing catch-up against this ball club. And then Mike Clevenger, 5 shutout innings, striking out 10. The pitch, swung on, socked high in the air to center, but not deep. Greg Allen will wait for it and make the catch, and Ford is out number 1. That'll bring up Mike Tauchman, the number 9 hitter, 0 for 3. I wonder what the Yankees are going to think of CC Sabathia. He didn't look very good today. Now, again, he's off the injured list, but this last year, it's been an injury-plagued year. He's 39. He's had an incredible career, but how much more will he help the Yankees down the stretch as the pitch is on the outside corner, a strike?
I think the key is you look for improvement as you get near the end of the season for pitchers you want in that rotation for the postseason. It might be hard for him to do that this time around. Dealing with a lot this season.
The next pitch swung on, banged up the middle, base hit. Hitting second, making the turn, and going to third is Torres. Throw goes to second. Yankees at the corners on the Tauchman single up the middle. Hey, you'd like to see Brad Hand come in here and dominate, but a walk, a single, now the top of the order, and DJ LeMahieu. He's 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer down the right field line in the 7th. That made it 6-2, but Oscar Mercado answered that with a 2-run homer to left in the 8th, and it's 8-2 Indians. If you're just joining us, Indians got 4 in the second off Sabathia. The big blow, a 3-run homer to right center by Mike Freeman. Freeman playing today for Jose Ramirez, who needed a day off. Freeman, a 3-run homer, 2 doubles, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs. The pitch, outside a ball. Frankie Lindor, solo homer to right. And then Oscar Mercado, RBI single and a 2-run blast to left. Tribe up 8-2, 9th inning. Yankees at the corners. 1 out. LeMahieu awaits the 1-0. Here it comes. A swing and a foul upstairs, 1-1. Even with an 8-2 lead, LeMahieu makes it 8-5, and all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh, here we go, because suddenly the Yankees maybe feel like, well, guess this game isn't over after all. Big batter right here for Brad Hand. The left-hander sets at the belt and lets it fly. And it's down at the knees and maybe inside a bit, so it misses. Ball 2, 2-1. Twins still lead Texas 2-0 in the 4th. Twins with a 2.5 game lead on the Indians. Brad Hand's making a lot of pitches. He delivers. And he missed wide. He thought he had the corner. 3-1. Hand is already at 14 pitches, and there's only 1 out here in the 9th. And the Indians have used their key guys out of the bullpen. And it's up to Brad Hand now to finish this off. 8-2 Cleveland. Yankees at the corners. 1 out, 9th inning. Here's the 3-1 delivery. Swung on, yanked to left, base hit. That'll score a run as Torres comes home. Tauchman stops at second, and it's 8-3. And boy, Brad Hand is really struggling now over the last few weeks. You can say it's a hiccup here and there, but he had pretty good rest here, and the Yankees aren't missing. Now Aaron Judge, the batter, and Roberto Perez with a quick visit to the mound. Aaron Judge is 1 for 4 with a single. Yankees at first and second base. One down, 8-3 Indians, 2 on for the Yanks. Brad Hand takes a look in. Sets, fires to Judge. And a check swing. Did he go? Yep. Peel at first. Tom Halley and the crew chief says he went around, and he certainly did. Hand. He comes set. And the next offering. And Judge checks on a pitch down and in. That slider just doesn't have quite the same bite to it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Since July 15th, in the last 11 games Brad Hand has worked, he's given up 6 runs on 14 hits in 11 innings. That's a .491 ERA. Judge swings, drills it foul, third base side. That was the slider that, again, was up. And the count 1-2. You just want to get out of Yankee Stadium before this guy at the plate figures it out. Judge, over the last 22 games, hitting .169 with 1 homer. That's 22 games worth. Hits out of that open stance deep in the box. Indians 8, Yankees 3. Yankees first and second, 1 out here in the 9th. The next offering. And Judge checks on a pitch down and in, 2-2. 19 pitches for Brad Hand. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tyler Clippard start to warm up pretty soon. Hand is ready. And the 2-2. Inside, full count. That fastball was 95, but it's not a strike. Boy, this is supposed to be just an inning where you get some work in. And all of a sudden, 20 pitches deep. Yankees have scored. They have 2 men on. There's still only 1 out. And you've got the heart of the order coming up after Judge, who awaits the payoff pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and drilled to deep left field. Mercado back, and it bounces on the track and goes up against the wall. 1 run scores. Holding at third is LeMahieu, and an RBI double for Judge. And all of a sudden, this game is far from over. 8-4 Indians as Judge rifles an RBI double over the head of Mercado and left. And Brad Hand is in a heap of trouble right now. So scoring from second was Tauchman. That's the second run in. LeMahieu made a big turn and then dove back into third. Judge with the double, and now D.D. Gregorius. And the Indians send pitching coach Carl Willis to the mound. And indeed, Tyler Clippard is warming in the Indians' pen. So 21 pitches made for Brad Hand, 11 strikes, 10 balls. And this is really disconcerting for the Indians. The Indians, in what should have been a walkthrough here in the 9th, and suddenly the Yankees have scored 2, have runners at second and third. There is still only 1 out, and it's 8-4 with Gregorius the batter, 0 for 3 with a walk. So left on left, but Brad Hand right now is having trouble with lefties and righties. We just haven't seen this in his time with the Indians. The Indians put 3 on the right side of the infield. They'll play back. Freeman, the third baseman, even with the bags, almost midway between second and third. Gregorius steps out. Those that remain getting into it. Hand is ready, and the pitch to Gregorius. Slider, and that was a good one. Strike one called. Indians 8 runs, 11 hits. Yankees 4 runs, 9 hits. 1 out, 9th inning for New York. 2 runs in. Judge at second, LeMahieu at third. 1 down. Hand delivers, and Gregorius checked and went around. Tried to hold up, chased the slider low, and the count 0-2. That's one of the 2 best sliders Brad Hand has snapped off, and they've both come against Gregorius. Well, the bottom line is the Indians will not, nor can they, run away from Brad Hand. He's their man. They don't have any other closer options. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Went slider away and got him. Those were the 3 best sliders Brad Hand threw. Whatever pitching coach Carl Willis said, it clicked. And that looked like the old Brad Hand. And a mammoth strikeout of Gregorius for the second out. It keeps runners at second and third. It keeps the Indians up 8-4. And now Giovanni Urshela, 1 for 4 with a single. This guy has 17 RBIs in the last 14 games, hitting .472 in that stretch. The former Indian is blossoming here in the Bronx. The pitch. Swung on, hit a ton to left. Back is Mercado on the track. Makes the catch. Ball game. Well, that one, when it left the bat, looked like it had a chance. But Mercado runs it down on the track in deep left, and the Indians split the weekend series and win the season series from New York 4-3, as today the Indians prevail over New York by a final score of 8-4.